This is a presentation from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services. It's time for Liberty Lady Flames basketball.
Mills for three. Boom! Avery Mills from downtown. Athene hesitates, penetrates, puts it off the bank and in.
Your defending Conference USA champions.
Highest-Daughter gets the rebound, dribbles it up court. Time expires. The Lady Flames win. They knock off Middle Tennessee to claim their first Conference USA title.
This year, the Lady Flames usher in a new era with first-year head coach Alexis Sherrard. A new leader with the same winning mindset.
We will compete with passion, we will play with discipline, and we will carry ourselves in a way that honors the university's mission and values.
Get ready for all the thrilling moments and jaw-dropping plays.
Over to Highest-Daughter for three. Got it! Now to Bo, and she has her shot blocked off of her and out of bounds by Stout. Rebound, Highest-Daughter, and their putback goes in. Nice backdoor pass on the bounce to Stout. Beautiful offense by the Lady Flames.
Liberty Lady Flames basketball is on the air. Welcome to live pregame coverage of Liberty Lady Flames basketball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services. Liberty Lady Flames basketball is brought to you in part by Abish Financial Services, the official financial advisor of Liberty Flames Athletics. Bojangles' famous chicken and biscuits. It's Bo time. Carillion Clinic, inspiring better health. Carter Bank, life lived full. By Coca-Cola, taste the feeling. Crossroads Family Dentistry. Destination Bedford. Centra Health. By 11 West. Foster Fuels, providing reliable service for 100 years. Frank Good Builders. By Freedom First Credit Union. Start banking for good with Freedom First today. Gentry Lock Attorneys. By The Good Feet Store. By Haley's Appliance and Outdoors. And by Ironclad Coffee Roasters, craft roasted in Richmond, Virginia. Welcome to the Bojangles Tip-Off Show. Coming up, we'll hear from head coach Alexis Sherrard. We'll also have the key players, starting lineups, and much more. Now, let's go live courtside with the voice of the Lady Flames, Jamie Hall.
Hello, everyone, and welcome into, paradise. We're in Maui, the island of Maui, in the state of Hawaii, and the Lady Flames are going to be taking on Hawaii in today's game of this Maui Classic. However, it's actually not a tournament that is hosted by Hawaii themselves. It's the first time they've played in this tournament in the 9-year history. It's actually hosted by Oregon State, a very unique connection between their coaching staff and administration and Vertical Sports Maui, which is the organization that puts it on here on the island. And basically, if you host a tournament in Hawaii, you can play in Hawaii every year. If you were to not actually be the host of the tournament, I think at least it used to be, you could only play once every 4 years. And so that's kind of how that got started. And if you're a Lady Flames fan, maybe this becomes a tradition for Liberty as well. This is actually a Christian-run organization in Vertical Sports Maui. And they had a presentation last night to all the teams. Hawaii wasn't there yet, but the other three teams, Oregon State, Montana State, and Liberty. And it was basically, you wouldn't be surprised if it was a campus community service at Liberty. It was very much in line with what the Flames believe in and what Liberty believes in. But as far as the basketball court is concerned, these are four very good teams. It is a classic, so the Flames know who they're going to play. They're going to play Hawaii today. Earlier, just ending about 20 minutes ago, Oregon State beat Montana State in a thrilling finale, went down to the wire. And tomorrow, Liberty plays Oregon State, I should say, and Hawaii will play Montana State. Flames will play at a similar time, a little bit earlier. It's currently, we're approaching 7:30 is the start time here on the islands. Back home, it's just after midnight. So actually, both of the games in this Maui Classic by Eastern time zone will be on Saturday. We're already into Saturday back in Lynchburg, and then the game tomorrow for us will actually still be on Saturday at 11 o'clock Eastern back at home. So it's got to be the first time in the history of Liberty Athletics that a basketball team, baseball teams, softball teams, there's double headers, but you don't find that in basketball. I imagine the number of times a team has played twice in the same calendar day is very limited and at any university, at any place. We have some interesting facts about the area here, the island, the state. We'll pass those along to you a little bit later on, but I can tell you it is absolutely beautiful. And as we go through the evening, in and out of breaks, we'll play some clips from around the island, some of the things that the Lady Flames have been able to witness as far as the beaches and the shore and the resort. And so we'll play a little bit of that for you so you can kind of live vicariously through the basketball team as they play this tournament in Maui. But now it's the business side of things. All the fun has been had. I mean, there may be a little bit more fun to be had, and it's fun playing basketball. But they're trying to get a couple of wins, and they're going to be going against a couple of very good teams. The Hawaii Rainbow Wahine, they're 5-5 on the year, 0-2 in the Big West. They've already played a couple of games in their conference. They were picked to win the Big West, coming off of a season where they went 22-10 and made an appearance in the WBIT. They went to the NCAA tournament in 22-23. Got 15 on the roster, 8 newcomers, 3 seniors, 7 freshmen, a couple of transfers, and they've got 11 international players. Of course, the Flames have 7 of their 12 are international players as well. So a lot of flavor from, I guess you can't say overseas anymore. You just got to keep going a little bit more through the seas. A lot of Australians and New Zealanders on this Hawaii team. Liberty comes in at 6-3, having lost their last matchup against Richmond, 76-61 on Saturday. Hawaii snapped a 5-game losing streak with a win over Hawaii Hilo, 61-47 on December 11th. They've only played 2 games outside of the islands, and until January 10th, that'll continue to be the case. They only played a game at UC Irvine and a game at Cal State Fullerton. Everything else has either been on their island, Oahu, or now here in Maui. Our Retirement Key podcast, Keys to the Game, it's turnovers. Both these teams give the ball away too many times. The Flames 19 a game, Hawaii 20 a game, so who can keep that under control will have a very good chance of winning the ball game today. The series recap, first time these teams have ever played. And our Foster Fuels Who's Hot, Avery Mills, 19 points a game in her last 4. And she had the game-winning points in the game at George Mason a couple of weeks ago. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll get the thoughts of head coach Alexis Sherrard as the Lady Flames and Hawaii will do battle on the island of Maui, coming up just after the bottom of the hour here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
It's bow time. Carolina legends aren't born. They're handmade, only in Bo's Real Southern Kitchen. It all starts with fresh, never frozen chicken marinated for 24 hours in a flavor-packed blend of bold Southern seasonings. Then we hand bread and fry it to crispy, juicy, mouth-watering perfection. That's not just any chicken, that's the Carolina legend. Order some Bojangles and taste what everyone's been craving since 1977. It's bow time.
At Carter Bank, we believe life is best lived full of opportunities and dreams, of goals achieved and promises kept. We've been creating opportunities for more people and businesses to prosper since 1974. That means great local lending, convenient access to your money, accounts and guidance that make it easier to get more done. We are Carter Bank, the preferred community bank of Liberty Flames Athletics. Visit carterbank.com to learn more. Member FDIC, Equal Opportunity Lender.
Hey, Flames fans, Gentry Lock is fired up to join in the excitement this season. Gentry Lock Attorneys knows it's all about preparation, precise teamwork, and a competitive spirit for the hard-fought wins. We've got that down. With our fierce drive to succeed, uncommon thinking, and extensive resources, Gentry Lock helps businesses thrive. We are downtown at 801 Main Street, and we serve the Commonwealth and beyond with offices in Roanoke, Richmond, and Norfolk. All the ways Gentry Lock can help clients succeed is waiting for you at gentrylock.com.
At Carillion Clinic, the success of their employees is based on a culture that welcomes them and nurtures their growth. As the largest nonprofit employer west of Richmond, Carillion's team members are always learning and forever curious. Carillion is more than a healthcare system. It's a team of unique individuals doing what matters most, caring for the community. Visit CarillionClinic.org/careers and search their opportunities. Come join 13,000 employees who are Carillion proud.
Game day isn't the only adventure. Find yours in Bedford, Virginia, just down the road, but a world away. Explore seasonal events, cruise the Blue Ridge Parkway, or hike the peaks of Otter. Enjoy outdoor fun at Smith Mountain Lake or play world-class disc golf. Home to the National D-Day Memorial and packed with small-town charm. Bedford has it all. Plan your visit and see the event calendar at DestinationBedfordVA.com. That's DestinationBedfordVA.com.
You're listening to Lady Flames basketball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services. We're walking you up to game time with the Bojangles Tip-Off Show. Pre-game coverage continues now with the thoughts of Lady Flames head coach Alexis Sherrard, presented by Rogers Heating and Cooling.
Well, Coach, we've already talked this week about the distractions that a tournament like this has, but also you're in Maui, you're in a place where some of these young ladies have never been before, may never get to come back to again in their lives. You just don't know. And I think a lot of perspective kind of came in last night when they had the little, not banquet, but the little get-together, and the teams, most of the teams were there, and they kind of spoke about what this organization that you're playing under their umbrella, and that Vertical Sports Maui is a Christian organization that lines in a lot, right lock and step with what Liberty's values are all about. So regardless of what happens on the basketball court, the community connection that the four teams have made here in Maui, and the fact that this is basically a Christian event, kind of brings it all into one.
Sure, yeah. Vertical Sports, what a vision they had. I think they said it started like 10 years ago, but just, give back to the community. Their theme is to build champions, which, coincides with Liberty University. We're trying to build champions for Christ. So it was a great opportunity for our team just to go into a middle school and talk to the kids and share about being a champion for Christ and the obstacles you have to overcome in being a champion, whether it's persevering, whether it's injury, whether it's sickness. So the kids were great. I think they were overly enthusiastic just with regards to having our team there. We got a warm welcome. And Vertical Sports, this is an unbelievable organization. They're doing big things in the community and, obviously bringing teams to a beautiful island to play basketball, but at the same time giving back to the community.
Now that the enjoyment of going to the beach and walking out in the Pacific Ocean and going to the clinic, to talking to the young kids, all that is kind of in the rearview mirror now, and the business section of the trip. Not that you guys weren't already focused on business. You were practicing every day. You've had a shoot around already earlier today, but now it's a chance to kind of put that work out on the court and see if you can reap some dividends.
Yeah, we talked to our ladies about putting things in compartments, and when it was beach time, it was time to have fun in the sun and in the water and so forth. But our practices have been locked in. The ladies have been focused. And then obviously, everyone looks forward to game time. What a great opportunity to play University of Hawaii and then tomorrow Oregon State. So it's a great opportunity for our ladies. I think our ladies are ready for the challenge. I think they're ready to play. We've had about a week off, a lot of practice. So, they're always looking forward to, banging against someone else instead of banging against each other all the time.
And this is a loaded tournament from top to bottom. You won't play Montana State, but they had an amazing season a year ago and playing well to begin this year. And we look at a Hawaii team that is picked to win their conference this year. Oregon State won their conference last year. So there's some pretty good basketball going to be played this weekend.
Yeah, this is an unbelievable opportunity for us. Playing against these caliber teams in December, it's only prepping grounds for us. We want to be playing our best ball in March, but in order to do that, you need to have good opponents during the out of conference, and then obviously in conference there'll be a lot of good opponents as well. But these are just great opportunities for us to continue to learn how to win, work on our strengths, continue to work on our strengths and identify our weaknesses and get better in that area as well.
With the different climate, of course, Hawaii is going to be acclimated. This is their climate. They're only in a couple islands up, so they're used to this humidity and the weather this time of year. And how has your team adjusted to that? And have you had to make any changes?
No, not really. I mean, we're just trying to stay hydrated. Obviously, with 2 games back-to-back, we'll try to watch our minutes as best we can. But, we just got to be ready to play. I mean, it's a warm one in here, though, so that'll be challenging. Hopefully, they can just keep the floor dry because I see a lot of bodies flying and rolling all over the floor, and the floor gets wet. So as long as they can keep the floor dry, we'll stay hydrated. We'll try to sub as much as we can, and I think we'll be ready to play.
What are some challenges that Hawaii poses?
They have great size. They have good size and length. They play inside and out. They have a freshman guard that's playing phenomenal, leading scorer on the team. So they're like 20% in transition. So they'll be looking to push the ball fast, get a fast pace, play inside out, kind of similar to us. But, with their size, they have size on the perimeter, size inside. So, our hands will be full. We have to really get contact, box out, and limit them to 1 shot per possession.
How about the Ortho Virginia injury report?
Thank God. I think we are all good to go and accounted for.
Sounds good, Coach. We wish you the best.
All right, thank you.
As head coach Alexis Sherrard, we'll be back with a relevant law tip right after this here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Rogers Heating, Cooling, Electrical, and Plumbing. Your certified Generac backup generator experts. Online at callrogers.com.
Thousands of our teammates make and deliver 300 of the world's best brands and flavors. Locally. From the heartland to the coast, in big cities and small towns. Our products are moving, and our trucks are rolling. We share a passion and a purpose, and we love to refresh and serve our communities. We are Coca-Cola Consolidated, your local bottler.
Frank Good Builders is a proud supporter of the Liberty Flames. Frank Good Builders and its partners design and build beautiful custom homes in the Lynchburg and the surrounding areas. From designing a plan to picking out fixtures, Frank Good Builders works with you to design and build your truly custom dream home. Frank Good Builders can be reached at 434-238-3710 or frankgoodbuilders.com.
The light from a star can take millions of years to reach Earth. So when you look at a star, you're looking back in time. But I see the future. I see exploration and courage. I see my country finding new horizons out there. And I see giant leaps making a comeback. I see myself. The future is where I'll make history.
This message is brought to you by the United States Space Force. More information is available at spaceforce.mil.
Turn up the heat. Foster Fuels is a proud partner of Liberty Athletics. Fostering warm moments for 100 years, Foster has been providing exceptional propane and gas services throughout Central Virginia and surrounding areas. From propane to fireplaces and tank installs to tankless water heaters, Foster does it all. Visit fosterfuels.com or download the app to order fuel, pay your bill, and more. Get the customer service you deserve and turn up the heat with Foster Fuels and the Liberty Flames.
This broadcast of Liberty University Athletics is authorized under rights granted by Liberty University to Van Wagner Sports and Entertainment and is intended solely for the entertainment of our listening audience. The accounts, descriptions, and broadcasts may not be transmitted in any form without the express written consent of Van Wagner Sports and Entertainment and Liberty University Athletics. The announcers are selected by the Liberty Flames Sports Network and approved by Van Wagner Sports and Entertainment. It's time for Liberty Lady Flames basketball.
Mills for three. Boom! Avery Mills from downtown. Athene hesitates, penetrates, puts it off the bank and in.
Your defending Conference USA champions.
Highest-Daughter gets the rebound, dribbles it up court. Time expires. The Lady Flames win. They knock off Middle Tennessee to claim their first
This year, the Lady Flames usher in a new era with first-year head coach Alexis Sherrard. A new leader with the same winning mindset.
We will compete with passion, we will play with discipline, and we will carry ourselves in a way that honors the university's mission and values.
Get ready for all the thrilling moments and jaw-dropping plays.
Over to Ayestana for three. Got it! Now to Bo, and she has her shot blocked off of her and out of bounds by Stout. Rebound, Ayestana, and the putback goes in. Nice backdoor pass on the bounce to Stout. Beautiful offense by the Lady Flames.
Liberty Lady Flames basketball is on the air. It's game time. Lady Flames basketball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services, is brought to you by Larry's Tire and Auto Repair, providing preventable maintenance, repair, and service at multiple locations and at larrystireservice.com. By the Liberty Bookstore, the official online store of Liberty Athletics. Lynchburg Nissan. By Peary Family Dentistry. Rogers Heating and Cooling, servicing Greater Lynchburg's HVAC and electrical needs. Segra, offering customized business technology solutions. Learn more at segra.com. By the United States Space Force. And by Thompson Brooks Insurance, planning today for tomorrow. Now let's go courtside for the call of the game.
Well, welcome back into Seabury Hall here on the island of Maui. The Lady Flames taking part in the Maui Classic, taking Hawaii first on, and then they'll play Oregon State tomorrow, who is actually the host school of this tournament, Oregon State. The Rainbow Wahine, they're 5-5 on the year. Laura Beeman is their head coach, her 14th season. And this is a Hawaii team that was 22-10 a year ago, went to the WBIT and was picked first to start this season in the Big West. Coach Beeman, 227 wins on her career. She's going up against Alexis Sherrard for the Lady Flames. The starting lineup, which we'll bring to you here in just a second, brought to you by Lynchburg Nissan. Your starting lineups are driven by Lynchburg Nissan, home of the Million Mile Warranty. Flames are in the white uniforms as the home team in this game. Red numbers, baby blue trim. Hawaii is in the green uniforms with white numbers. We'll pass the starters along in a moment, but we're ready to play. The ball's in the air, and the opening tip is won by Hawaii. Solid crowd on hand. Pretty much a full set of bleachers across the way. We'll give you a description of the facility here in just a moment as Hawaii is on the attack. And they take it into the hoop, and going all the way through to score is Flaveau. Bailey Flaveau, like Level. Actually, I'm probably over-Frenching that a little bit. Flevel, like Level. Flames on their first offensive possession will try to go inside to Emmy Stout. It's knocked away and stolen by Hawaii, but then taken right back by Liberty. On the near side, Claudia Athene, who's running the point, will skip it to the far wing. Ifi Nawabi, far corner to Elizabeth Ayestadter. She circles around, pulls up from the elbow, and her shot is too strong, but Stout gets the offensive rebound and the Flames reset. Both these teams are good at rebounding the basketball. Flames a little bit better as far as the stats are concerned. Nawabi inside to Ayestadter. She drives to the hoop and draws the foul. So the Flames will get the first free throws of the ball game. Every free throw Liberty makes this season will be 100 meals that are donated to local area food banks through the Food Line Feeds Score to Give More campaign. Liberty starting lineup, same as we've seen for the majority of the season. Avery Mills, 5'9" sophomore, scoring 16.2 points a game at one guard position. Claudia Athene running the point, number 4, 5'8" junior, 9.5 points a game. As the second free throw is good, first free throw was not, so Flames cut it within 1. Elizabeth Ayestadter was shooting the free throws. Ifi Nawabi and Emmy Stout, the starting 5 for Liberty. On the drive for the Rainbow Wahine is Favotu. Favotu's shot comes up short. Liberty with the rebound. They go back on offense. Mills near wing. Goes inside to Stout. Stout has good position. Spins to the middle. Then lobs a pass out to Athene. Now to Iastata for three. Short. And Hawaii with the rebound. Just underway. Hawaii with the ball in the near side corner. A three-pointer hits the top of the backboard. And Liberty with the board. Off of that carom. Stout out to Athene for three, short. And the rebound is pulled in by Hawaii, and a foul is called against Liberty. Notice towards the end of the first game with Oregon State and Montana State that it seemed like the players were getting a little bit gassed. It's hot in this building. Of course, it's hot on this island, and so they seem to be a little bit low on the energy meter by the end of the ball game. We'll see if that comes into play in the second game of the day as the temperatures do drop a little bit. It is air conditioned. It's a pretty full building. With the basketball is Lefotu, and her shot is short. A couple Flames fight for the rebound. Liberty back on offense, still trailing 2-1. 7:22 left here in the first quarter. Amy Stout at the top of the arc. This is a prep school normally, so there are high school lines on the court as well. Nawabi pulls up from basically the high school three-point line and hits. It's a 2 here, but the Flames do get their first lead. They're up 3-2. But that was short-lived, as driving through is Jovi Lefotu, and Lefotu banks it in. Hawaii's back up by 1. They've led by as many as 2. Flames go inside to Stout. Stout works her way to the middle, up with the left side, but comes up a little bit short on the layup attempt. Rebound to Hawaii. Top of the arc, Neverson. She'll fake a three, now drive in, lobs over the top of Stout, but wave off the basket as Emmy Stout draws the charge. Personal foul goes to Sanaya Neverson, the 6-foot-tall senior from Surprise, Arizona. Transferred in from Northern Arizona, is averaging a little over 7 points and 5 rebounds a game. Neverson, Tamilo, Moores, Lefotu, and Flevel are the starting 5 for Hawaii. The Flames have made a substitution as we see Jakayla Thompson in for the first time. She replaces Iastata, so the Flames go a little bit smaller as Athene has it in the far side corner. She drives but gets cut off, lobs it to Thompson. Thompson saves it from going out of bounds. Now takes it in the paint herself, hooks a pass down low to Stout, and Stout has her shot blocked out of play by Perez. Amani Perez, who had just come into the game during that last dead ball. The 6'4" senior from Denver, Colorado. Thompson, a little trouble getting it inbounds and throws it into the backcourt, and Hawaii is the only one there to pick it up. They've got to run out the other end, and a layup by Kira Webb. 6'3", Rainbow Wahine. A little over 4 minutes into the ball game. Thompson hesitates, now penetrates and kicks to Athene. Interior to Stout, and Stout had all kinds of trouble as she was being triple teamed in the paint and is going to be called for a 3-second violation. We mentioned turnovers being an issue for both of these teams. Flames with 3 in the early going, Hawaii with 2. Liberty is 1 of 6 to begin the game from the field. Hawaii is 3 of 6. And they lead by 3. On the near side, taking a couple of bounces is Tamilo, now outside to Flevel. Flevel has it almost knocked away and then gets it back, and they're going to call her for a traveling violation. I think what we've seen in the early going is the officials are going to let them play a little bit. There's been some contact on the perimeter, also down on the low block. There is no replay in this Classic tournament. So no coaches' challenges, no opportunities to go back and look and see if a shot got off in time. Something that is very abnormal in this day and age in college basketball, so just be ready if that were to occur. Avery Mills with the ball up top, dribbles around a screen, comes to Thompson. Thompson on the far wing will drive towards the basket and kick to Leon. Leon's three-pointer comes up short. Nawabi gets the rebound out to Mills. The Flames get a fresh shot clock. Mills again off of a screen to the near wing. That was Lynn Peters putting the screen on. It comes to Nawabi in the near side corner, and her three-pointer is good. Ife Nawabi. Could be bleachers where we're sitting. We're on the same side as the two teams and behind the scores table on a riser, so just about 15 feet off the court. There's no seating over here except for team personnel and staff. All the seats are across the way in bleachers. It look like they go up about 15 rows or so. Maybe not even that, 12, 15 rows. And then there's a balcony that goes around most of the building, like a horseshoe, and there's some people that are watching from up in the balcony as well. 6-6 with 4:05 to go and a timeout on the court. We'll take one as well and be back after this on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Although you try not to, most of us have used an ATM out of network, and at the end, you get that notice. It's going to cost you $4 extra. You're paying money to get your own money. It makes you crazy. In retirement, you're going to want to use your 401k, but every time you dip into it, you have to pay taxes. Here we go again. You have to pay money to get your own money. I'm Abe Abish, founder of Abish Financial Services. We believe that every retirement plan needs a tax plan. Without it, you're using Uncle Sam's plan. And do you really think that's going to work in your favor? Call us for your customized retirement tax plan, 571-570-3559. If you've saved $500,000 or more, we'll build your plan complimentary. 571-570-3559 or visit theretirementkey.com.
Investment advisory services offered through Abish Financial Wealth Management, LLC, a registered investment advisor firm. Insurance services offered through Abish Financial Services, Inc., licensed in Virginia.
John Barkley loves Tuesday nights with his pals.
You guys ever seen a perfect game?
There we go.
A night when scores made aren't nearly as important as friendships kept.
Get out your phones. Gonna be epic.
So he doesn't miss a night. John counts on Century to keep him healthy and at his best.
Perfection begins now. Start your video. Delete your video.
Like and share.
Centra, caring for, caring about folks like John.
Now back to Lady Flames basketball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services.
Welcome back into Seabury Hall here on the island of Maui. The Lady Flames and Hawaii doing battle here in this Maui Classic. Liberty will play Oregon State tomorrow. Hawaii will play against Montana State. Flames with the free throw line trying to retake the lead at 6-6 with 4:05 left to go in the first quarter. Nawabi misses the first free throw but makes the second. So it's 7-6 Lady Flames. Liberty now falling back on the defensive end as Hawaii goes from right to left. Goes into the deep corner to Melo. Her pass up top deflected but did make its way to Kujovic, I should say. Now across the far wing to Bond. Bond with 5 seconds to shoot. Almost has her pocket picked and now does have it stolen away by Mills. Mills up court to Leon and she lays it in on the right side. Avery Mills has improved her defensive ability so much since high school and has showed it off a number of times, including a magical steal against George Mason that basically won that basketball game. On the inside for Hawaii, a pass deflects down to Tamelo, and the 6'5" New Zealander is able to clean up the deflected pass and score. The 9-6 Liberty lead a moment ago was their largest. Now a 1-point Flames advantage. Mills on the far wing crosses it over and is fouled. Liberty will inbound, and the Flames have made some substitutions. They're actually rotating players quite a bit early on in this game. We see Thompson, Nuwabi, and Mills come out of the game. Athene is back on the court. Also, Liddy Mwamba in for the first time. Lynn Peters stays in. Elizabeth Eyestaughter back in the game, and Emma Leon is on the court. Inbound pass comes to Eyestaughter. She's cut off, has to give it outside to Peters. Peters now to Mwamba. Mwamba hands off to Athene. Athene lobs a pass far side to Leon. She's going to drive through, and she draws a foul. I'm looking behind me, and there is no one behind me. It must be the echoes in this building, because I definitely don't have a crowd mic. We've got left and right, but we don't have, it's not stereo surround sound. We don't have the rear microphone, but it just must be the way the sound in this building is connecting. When the Flames do something good, it kind of reverberates a little bit. A lot of the Oregon State fans have stayed for this game. They probably comprise the largest contingent, even though it is the Hawaiian Islands, and Hawaii is the closest of all the teams, but still a flight or a boat ride to get here. Free throws are good. Liberty's back up by 3 after Emma Leon takes care of business. Flames pressuring as it comes across half court on the far side. Flevel on the near wing. Lefotu back to Flevel, and her three-pointer is good. She's averaging 14 points a game, a 41% shooter from outside the arc, and she ties the game at 11 apiece. 2:15 and the clock running in the first quarter. Athene comes near wing to Leon. Now back around eventually to Mwamba, back to Athene. Athene's going to drive, spins down into the paint, nothing there, bounces it out to Mwamba. Still 11 seconds to shoot. She pulls up from the elbow and gets the friendly roll. Her teammates call her Queen. That's her middle name. Mwamba, the transfer, gives the Flames a 13-11 lead. A three-pointer on the near side from Hawaii, and that's another tray from Flevel. And Hawaii is back on top. They are shooting 56% from the field. Actually 60% from the field, and 2 of 4 from 3. Athene hesitates, penetrates, goes up with the right hand, and gets it to roll through. Offense picking up for both sides. Liberty up by 1. Approaching a minute to go in the first quarter. Flevel, her pass to the far side, goes out of bounds. Athene there defensively to force the turnover.
Number 1, Avery Mills.
Mills will come back in for Liberty. Also Stout, as Peters and Leon will come out of the game. Leon with 4 points in this first quarter. Eyestaughter hands off to Stout. Stout works away into the low block and then passes back to Eyestaughter. However, she couldn't quite handle the pass. It was a well-run piece of offense, but just couldn't quite squeeze the basketball and goes out of bounds with it. 42 seconds to go until the quarter break. 24 on the shot clock. Top of the arc. Lefotu now out to Flevel. Flevel tries to drive through, floats it up, and draws a foul. And if that's on Eyestaughter, that'll be her second. And boy, that was some pretty good defense. There wasn't a lot there. Maybe just caught her with the hip a little bit. So Flevel with a couple of free throws. The first one is good. She's over 70% on the year. I mentioned her averaging 14 points a game. That leads the team. Second one is good as well. Hawaii with the lead. 16-15. The Flames can hold for the final shot of the quarter if they choose to do so. Mwamba inbounds to Athene, and Athene will dribble across half court where she's met by Bond. Passes to Mwamba, now up top to Ayestadter. On the near side to Athene, 18 seconds to shoot. She dribbles around into the paint. Nice dish over to Stout, but she has her shot blocked. It is out of bounds. It'll stay with Liberty with 11.7 seconds to go. Beautiful offense met by some outstanding defense, and now we see some of the Hawaii fans come to life, and there are some green shirts across the way as well. Inbound pass to Mwamba. There's 10 seconds to shoot in the quarters. It goes into Stout. Stout has her shot blocked again, and Hawaii comes away with the basketball. Flevel across half court. She's going to try to drive through, and time expires with no call either way. She got away with the traveling violation, but then after she got away with the travel, she got hammered. No walk and no foul. So we just go to the end of the quarter with Hawaii leading 16-15. We'll be back with the Carter Bank & Trust Game at a glance after this timeout. From Van Wagner, this is the Liberty Flames Sports Network presented by Abbott Financial Services.
What's important isn't that Freedom First has been in business since 1956. What's important is how we've been doing business since 1956. Since day one, we have been accountable to our members, not stockholders. We make loans that cost less, offer savings plans that pay more, and give back to our community, and that hasn't changed. What has changed is our ability to serve you with more locations and more technology to simplify your financial life. Freedom First. It's a place where anyone in our region can bank for good.
Are your feet preventing you from living life? Hi, I'm Jonathan Cotton, and you may have heard my Good Feet story, how I love my arch support so much that I bought the store. Since then, thousands of customers have found relief from foot, knee, and back pain. I love to hear their stories of walking, running, and just enjoying their new life pain-free. Don't let foot, knee, or back pain keep you from living the life you love. Come into the Good Feet store for your free fitting and test walk. Visit goodfeet.com for the location nearest you. We look forward to seeing you soon at the Good Feet store.
11 West is a proud sponsor of the Liberty Flames. 11 West specializes in apparel screen printing, embroidery, sew-on, and flat printing. From the design phase with their graphics arts team to the finished product, 11 West collaborates with each client to craft custom apparel and promotional products. For more information, visit 11west.com, call 540-639-9319, or stop by their location at 6598 New River Road in Radford. 11 West, outfitting America and logo wear.
Jamie Hall here with you from Seabury Hall, no relation, on the island of Maui. This is a prep school. Those that are watching in on the YouTube feed are on Facebook. You see the event that the Lady Flames participated in last night, where there was some hula dancing, some native singing. Learned a lot more about not just the island, but also learned a lot about the organization that's putting on this event, which is Vertical Sports Maui, Christian organization. They do a lot of things on the island outside of just this basketball tournament. Liberty with the basketball to start the second quarter. Ayestadter at the top of the arc, goes far wing to Athene. In the corner to Mills. Mills back up top to Athene, to Nawabi. Now back to Ayestadter. This is the starting lineup for the Flames, and we're going to get a foul on Bailey Flevel. For all the contact that we've seen, heavy contact, that was just a little nickel and dimer. And I misspoke. No one on the Flames with more than one foul. We thought there for a second that maybe Liz had picked up her second personal foul. That was just her first. So neither team with any serious foul trouble. As the Flames go back on the attack. Athene drives but missed the shot. Rebound to Hawaii. They go back the other way, and Flevel will drive through and kind of had an opportunity to go directly to the hoop. Did not, and had to fling a shot over her head awkwardly. Missed it, and the Flames get the rebound. Mills back up court. Comes off of a pick. Pulls up from just inside the arc and hits. Avery Mills with her first 2 points of the ball game. And Liberty's back up by 1. 17-16. Just underway in the second quarter. It goes on the interior to Neverson, and Neverson is fouled. And that goes against Stout. And that will be Stout's second personal foul. So she'll have to check out of the game. Lynn Peters back in. Ify Nwabi has led the Flames with 6 points so far. Lovell with 10, and a chance here to add to it as she fires a 3 off the inbound, but missed it. The rebound is tied up. The arrow will keep it with Hawaii. 8:49 left to go until the half. Liberty up 17-16. Inbound pass up top, where Neverson will go far corner. Peacock, Jade Peacock, seeing her first action of the afternoon, to Curtis. Peacock back to Curtis. A 3 is off to the left, but an offensive rebound by Neverson. Her putback's no good, and the rebound is tipped out of bounds to Liberty. Oh no, it's going to be Hawaii basketball. I think it last touched a Rainbow Wahine, but the Flames went after it like it was off of them, trying to get to it before it bounced out of bounds. They did not, but that might have influenced the call as the inbound pass comes to Peacock, and Peacock's baseline jumper is good. And they're going to say it was a three-pointer. So 19-17, the lead. And the Flames are going to be called for traveling violation. So Liberty with turnover number 5, Hawaii with 5 turnovers as well. Actually, that was a 6 on the Flames. Rainbow Wahine up by 2, and they're going to take another three-pointer. It's too strong. The rebound is tipped over to Ayesdaughter, and the Flames will come back on offense, where it's off of Ayesdaughter and out of bounds. So Liberty with back-to-back turnovers. Flames do have a +2 in rebounding. But now a -2 in turnovers as it goes on the interior, and a lot of contact. The ball comes loose and eventually is tied up on the near side of the court, where it will be the Flames ball on the alternating possession arrow. It's odd, we've seen some hand check type fouls called, a few of those outside with very minimal contact, and then we've seen some bodies hit the floor, some heavy collisions in the middle with play on. Athene with the ball for Liberty. She dribbles around a screen at the top of the arc, angles towards the near side, now goes back to the far to Ayesdaughter. She picks up her dribble, looking for a teammate, gets it out to Athene. Athene goes interior to Peters. Ball is knocked away from her and out of bounds with 11 seconds to shoot. Athene will inbound. Inbound pass comes to Mills. Mills with 8 seconds to shoot, steps back for 3, comes up short, and the rebound trickles out of play. Hawaii is led by as many as 3 in the early going, as have the Flames. We're now just about 3 minutes into the second quarter. Rainbow Wahine on offense. They go to our left, wearing the green unis, the home Flames in the white, although it's obviously a neutral site for everybody here in Maui. Three-pointer, top of the arc is good by Perez. Perez is now 43% on the year from 3. And it's a 5-point advantage for the Rainbow Wahine. Liberty with the basketball. Athene is bumped, and another little nickel and dimer up top. And I think all of these hand check calls, putting two hands on, I'm not saying that they're not the right call, but they've all been the same official that has called, I would say, 4 of those in the ball game to this point. But there have been occasions where both teams have gone into the paint and have been hit pretty hard, and no foul came out of those scenarios. Emma Leon is back on the court at 4 in the first quarter. Will go back door for Nawabi, but throws it over her head and out of bounds. Liberty led this game 17-16. 6 straight points from Hawaii since then. We're going to have a foul away from the ball on Liberty. Lynn Peters picks up the personal. Hawaii to inbound. Flevel around eventually on the near side to Perez. She thought about another 3, instead goes to Neverson. Neverson back to Perez. Now she'll take the 3-pointer and banks it off the mark. Mills fights for the rebound, and Liberty goes back on offense. Trailing by 5. Mills off of a screen to the top of the arc. Now picks up her dribble and pulls from the elbow. Too strong. Rebound Hawaii. They try to push the issue the other way. Flevel into the paint. Now kicks it baseline to Webb. Webb is cut off. Still got the shot up. Too much on it as she was defended well by Nawabi. Peters gets the board and the Flames are back on offense. Still trailing by 5. Ja'Kayla Thompson runs it at the top. Comes near side to Mills. Mills now to Peters. Far wing to Leon. Leon inside to Nawabi. Nawabi works her way in to the post and has the ball blocked away, and then she's going to pick up a foul trying to steal it back. See a little frustration kind of setting in as far as the Flames are concerned. Shooting 38% from the field, but now 9 turnovers. Hawaii up by 5 as we're doing media timeout, the next dead ball. Curtis at the top of the arc. Goes near side to Lefotu. Back around to Perez. A lob pass interior to Lefotu. She'll give and go and then fire a 3 and hit. A 9-0 run for Hawaii, and a lot of that has been behind the 3-point arc. They lead 25-17. Liberty on offense. Athene going to try to answer, and her 3-pointer's good. They gave her space to shoot, so she did. That ends the 9-0 run and makes it a 5-point game again, and almost a turnover by Hawaii, but they do save it from going into the back court. And we'll reset, slow things down. Kiera Curtis guarded by Leon. 12 seconds to shoot at the top of the arc. He goes far wing and then lobs it to Neverson. Neverson's 3-pointer is good. And Hawaii just cannot miss from outside the arc right now. They're back up by 8. Thompson near side. Now to Athene. Far wing to Leon. She's going to try to drive. Kicks to Thompson. Thompson in the middle to Peters. Peters slips through into the paint and traveled with the basketball. That'll bring us to a media timeout, and probably good timing. As the Flames find themselves down by 8. They're going to have to get back on the defensive end. Hawaii is 6 of 12 from the 3-point line, 48% overall for the ball game, and they have forced 5 Liberty turnovers in about 5 minutes and 42 seconds. The last 5 minutes and 42 seconds of this ball game. Gone from being down by 1 to now leading by 8. We'll take a break as well and be back right after this. You're listening to the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Score big at Haley's Appliance
and Haley's Outdoor in Lynchburg with major brands of appliances that will make your house feel like a home and outdoor equipment to have your yard looking its best. Haley's puts customer service first. They deliver and service all of the products they sell and will take care of the process from start to finish. Log on to Haley's.com today for product availability. Haley's Appliance and Haley's Outdoor in Lynchburg is a proud sponsor for Liberty Flames Athletics.
Move those coffee chains, Flames fans, and go local. Central Virginia's own Ironclad Coffee Roasters and Baking Company is the premier coffee partner of Liberty Athletics. Pay them a visit at one of their cafes in the Richmond area or at the Richmond International Airport. They'll also ship their specialty grade coffee straight to your door. Visit ironcladcoffee.com, that's www.ironcladcoffee.com, to check out the coffee Flames fans are talking about.
At Lynchburg Nissan, it's the most wonderful time of the year for savings. With up to $10,000 off MSRP, 0% for up to 60 months, or 130% of fair KBB for your trade. This December is the best time to make that decision you've been thinking about. Take advantage of Lynchburg Nissan's year-end sales event while the best inventory is available. These models are limited supply and have been selling very quickly. Shop in person or go online at lynchburgnissan.com, home of the million-mile warranty.
You're listening to Lady Flames basketball live on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner. Now, back to the game.
Welcome back into Maui, where the Lady Flames are taking on Hawaii, and they currently trail in this ball game by a score of 28-20 with 3:29 left until the end of the second quarter. Flames aren't shooting horrible. They're shooting 41% and 2 of 5 from 3. But Hawaii is shooting 50% from behind the three-point arc, and they've gotten more attempts because of the Flames' turnover problems. Hawaii with the ball. Flevel is going to drive. Takes a wild shot, but got it to go. High off the glass and in. Degree of difficulty on that was, I'm going to say, 9.8. Liberty down by double digits for the first time. And we're going to get another traveling violation against the Lady Flames. They try to get it on the interior to Stout. And she's called for a turnover. That is turnover number 12 for the Flames. Back on the offensive end is Kiera Curtis for Hawaii. She slips past everybody and she scores. So other than a three-pointer mixed in, the Flames have really struggled here in this second quarter. Foul has been called against Hawaii. The Liberty was up 17-16. Since then, they've scored 3 points, and it's 32-20. 16-3 run for Hawaii. Avery Mills drives. She pulls up from the free throw line, missed the shot, and a foul is going to be called against Liberty, and that is against Stout. That'll be her third, and she's got a sarcastic smile on her face coming back court because I don't think she agreed with it. She has been in foul trouble throughout, and now has picked up 3. A 16-3 run and a 32-20 lead for Hawaii. Kiera Curtis with the basketball. She'll go up top to Neverson. Neverson now on the near wing to Forsyth. She'll take a 3. It's off the mark. Offensive rebound to Flevel, and they'll reset it out to Curtis. Open for 3. Too strong. And now we're going to get a rebounding foul. No, it's going to be on Liberty. Wow. Looks like Elizabeth Eisstotter is going to pick her second personal foul up. She had pretty good position. I don't know what she did wrong there, unless maybe her offhand was holding some jersey or something, but either way, Hawaii will shoot 2 free throws. They missed the first. Victoria Tamilo from Auckland, New Zealand hits 1 of 2. 77% free throw shooter on the year. Hawaii as a team shoots 71%. By way of comparison, the Flames shoot 68. So that adds 1 point to the run. It's now a 17-3 run. And Liberty's going to turn the ball over as the ambitious pass looking for Avery Mills goes over her head. Taken away by Hawaii. And not so much taken away as it was given away. Not really a lot of pressure to force that turnover. Cross-court feed to Forsythe. Another three-pointer and in and out. That was hanging on the rim for a second. It fell to the Flames' advantage out of the cylinder. And Liberty will go back on offense trying to get something going. Mills at the top of the arc. Approaching 1 minute to go in this second quarter. Over to Liddy Mwamba, who drives and has her shot blocked out of bounds with 14 seconds to shoot. Hawaii has certainly affected the Flames' shots in this basketball game. They've already had 3 blocks. Inbound pass to Mills. Mills looking for some space. Peels off of the screen, pulls up on the baseline, comes up short, gets her own rebound though, and resets. As we've now hit exactly a minute to go, Liddy Mwamba will take a 3 at the top of the arc. It's off to the right, and Hawaii with the board. They lead by 13. Flames with 12 first half turnovers, only 6 for the Rainbow Wahine. They've got 13 seconds to shoot. Scoring at the goal to our left, dribbling around a screen is Forsythe. She lost the basketball. Thompson to the floor, dives to save it to Mills. Mills drives and has her shot blocked out of bounds as she goes tumbling to the floor. And we have seen throughout the course of this game that about the only way you get a foul is if someone puts 2 hands on you 30 feet from the basket. There have been some hand check fouls. There's also been some rebounding fouls, but very few times when someone has attacked the basket and drawn contact have they been rewarded with free throws on either side in this game. So the officials are being very officious as far as guards hand checking, but not so much in the paint. They're letting them play, which normally you'd think that'd be in the Flames' favor, but unfortunately when they haven't let them play, it's been Emmy Stout picking up 3 personal fouls. Mills on the drive. She gets through the defense, dips under and scores. What a beautiful move by Avery Mills. And the Flames get it back to 11. Hawaii can hold for the final shot of this first half. Down to 7 seconds to go. Flavel kicks it outside to Neverson. Her three-pointer is in and out. Athene with the rebound, and time's going to expire, but a little bit of momentum for the Lady Flames going into the intermission. They score the last basket, make it an 11-point game. As the teams head to the locker rooms here at Seabury Hall on the island of Maui for this Maui Classic. Flames already know they're going to play Oregon State tomorrow. It's a classic, so not winners and losers playing, and Montana State and Hawaii will lock up. So far, it certainly seems like the advantage that you would expect that would be there for Hawaii. They didn't have to get acclimated to the climate. They didn't have to get acclimated to any sort of travel, although that's no excuse because that was Tuesday that the Flames traveled in, but your body clock is telling you that it's 1:15 in the morning, and you can't really adjust to 5 time zones of difference in a couple of days. So you kind of knew coming in that maybe the Flames would need to be able to survive an initial onslaught, and they've had that onslaught, and we'll see if they survive it because they've still got a half of basketball to try to get something going. Sloppiness, turnovers, mistakes have been the issue early on, and some foul trouble as well. The Flames with 5 giveaways, and they're only shooting 36% from the field. Hawaii with 7 turnovers. They actually average more per game than the Flames do at 20. But they've been able to hold on to the ball slightly better and shoot the ball slightly better at 44%. Pick up some fouls on the Flames post players. Amy Stout has 3 and Elizabeth Eisdotter has 2 and have had their minutes limited because of that. The leading scorer for Hawaii is Flevel. She's got 10 points. And Hawaii, after a 17-7 second quarter, they lead 33-22 as we head to the intermission. We'll take a timeout and be back with your Frank Good Builders out-of-town scoreboard when we fire up the Segra halftime show right after this on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Owned and operated by a Liberty alum, Larry's Tire and Auto Repair offers complete auto service including tires, preventive maintenance, and more. Larry's Tire carries all major brands and is open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday at any of their 4 locations with 2 in Lynchburg, 1 in Forest, and 1 at Able Tire in Concord. More information on Larry's Tire is available at larrystireservice.com.
Peary and Woolwine Family Dentistry say go Flames and good luck this season. Peary and Woolwine Family Dentistry provides dental health services including dental implants, cosmetic dentistry, extractions, and more. Their office treats patients of all ages and accepts major dental insurances. Peary and Woolwine Family Dentistry is located at 2229 Mural Road next to EC Glass High School in Lynchburg. You can reach the office by phone at 434-847-5331 and online at pearyfamilydentistry.com.
Thompson Brooks Insurance has been serving Virginia for over 35 years, helping individuals and businesses with their insurance and investment needs. The team at Thompson Brooks is experienced in understanding Medicare, retirement planning, life insurance, the healthcare marketplace, and group insurance benefits. Call Thompson Brooks Insurance at 434-385-8500. That's 434-385-8500, or visit them online at thompsonbrooksinsurance.com. Thompson Brooks Insurance, planning today for tomorrow.
The Liberty Flames thank Segra for their support. Segra collaborates with companies to offer business-only, carrier-grade connectivity, cybersecurity, voice and cloud solutions tailored to meet their diverse needs. Segra offers these solutions across a fiber network that spans 28 states in the U.S. and is headquartered in Charlotte, North Carolina. They can be reached at Segra.com or 833-GO-SEGRA. Segra, a proud partner of the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
First half is history. Now it's time for the Lady Flames halftime report, powered by Segra. Segra offers customized business solutions. Learn more at Segra.com.
Welcome back into Maui as we take a look at some of the events that the Flames have taken place in over the course this week, going to the beach, going to the ocean there for some breakers if you're watching in on YouTube and Facebook. I imagine at this point you're probably, that's the only way that you're listening and watching it at this time. I know we've gotten word that there's problems with the Liberty Flames app right now, and hopefully those that normally would listen by those means have migrated over to YouTube and Facebook. Everything seems to be working fine there. It has not gone well for the Lady Flames. Certainly looks like they're 5 time zones away from home, and Hawaii is close to home because it was an ugly first 2 periods for Liberty, only putting up 22 points on the board and being outscored 33-22. They actually trailed by as many as 13, but they have some experience. They were down by 12 to George Mason a couple weeks ago on their home court, and this isn't Hawaii's home court, but home state. But the Flames were able to make that comeback against a very good Patriots team. So we'll see if the Flames have a second wind, which is, I think, what they need more so than anything. It just seems like they don't have their feet under them and their legs under them quite as much as Hawaii does, and you would expect that. Maybe they can rejuvenate and come out and play better in the second half. We'll give you the complete Larry's Tire and Auto stats here in just a little bit. As far as the Frank Good Builders out-of-town scoreboard, college football playoff is underway. And Alabama, after trailing early, comes battling back on the road to beat Oklahoma 34-24. So they'll now play Indiana in the next round at the Rose Bowl on January 1st. Tomorrow, Miami plays at Texas A&M. On my app, it says 7 a.m., but that's Hawaii time. And my brain is not going to comprehend all these times. I believe that's 2 o'clock Eastern. Add 5 hours, and we'll be spot on. Ole Miss hosts Tulane in the second game of the day, and then James Madison plays at Oregon in the nightcap. As far as some NCAA basketball scores to tell you about, let's start off on the men's side of Conference USA. Only one game, but it was a nail-biter down to the end. Tulsa beats Western Kentucky 82-81. Again, that was the only game going on. Liberty men will play at Dayton tomorrow. On the women's side of Conference USA, pretty busy slate today. Youngstown State and Florida International played an early game. They were an 11 o'clock education game, so what would that have been here? 5 in the morning. No, 6 in the morning. Still. And again, in that game, Florida International wins by 17. Chattanooga with a 1-point win over Western Kentucky. A couple of tough losses for the Hilltoppers on the men's and women's side of things on both sides. SMU, they beat Sam Houston State 73-69, and Gonzaga over Missouri State 68-49. Those are your Conference USA women's scores. Here in Maui, the Lady Flames trail at halftime 33-22, and we're back with more of the Segra halftime show after this timeout. From Van Wagner, this is the Liberty Flames Sports Network presented by Abish Financial Services.
At Carillion Clinic, the success of their employees is based on a culture that welcomes them and nurtures their growth. As the largest nonprofit employer west of Richmond, Carillion's team members are always learning and forever curious. Carillion is more than a healthcare system. It's a team of unique individuals doing what matters most, caring for the community. Visit CarillionClinic.org/careers and search their opportunities. Come join 13,000 employees who are Carillion proud.
At Carter Bank, we believe life is best lived full of opportunities and dreams, of goals achieved and promises kept. We've been creating opportunities for more people and businesses to prosper since 1974. That means great local lending, convenient access to your money, accounts and guidance that make it easier to get more done. We are Carter Bank, the preferred community bank of Liberty Flames Athletics. Visit carterbank.com to learn more. Member FDIC, Equal Opportunity Lender.
True Flame fans know where to shop to show their pride. Shop LibertyFlames.com. We're your one-stop shop for official Liberty Flames merchandise. Plus, all orders ship free. Go red, white, and blue and visit ShopLibertyFlames.com today. That's ShopLibertyFlames.com. ShopLibertyFlames.com is a proud sponsor of Liberty Athletics. For all your Liberty Flames apparel needs, visit ShopLibertyFlames.com today.
You're listening to Lady Flames Basketball live from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services. Now back to the halftime report, powered by Segra.
33-22, Liberty trailing Hawaii here at halftime. Flames not playing their best basketball, but they certainly have enjoyed their time here so far, and they've got a half left to right the ship. Pardon the pun for those that are watching along on Facebook and YouTube, and they got to see some ships going by in the background of that scene set. Now, for those that aren't familiar with this Maui Classic, it's hosted by Oregon State. In its 9th season. Many will remember Maui from a couple of years ago, the horrible wildfires that took place back in August of 2023. killed over 102, destroyed over 2,000 structures, $5.5 billion worth of damage, and they're still not completely recovered. That is a different side of the island from where we are. We're kind of more centralized where we're at here for this tournament, and the hotel that the Flames are staying at is on a different beach, a different edge of the island. But if you go up to the northern side, that was where the wildfires were the worst, and they're still kind of rebuilding and getting back to normal there. We've got some interesting facts about Maui to pass along, and I won't be able to get to all of these during halftime as we're winding down, and we still have one more break to get to, and we need some stats to give you. But as you would imagine, as all the Hawaiian Islands, Maui was formed by volcanoes. So the beaches have that lava black sand mixed in with the yellow and red sands, which give it a distinct look, but also a lot of lava formations and rock formations along the coast. So it's not just sandy beaches all the way around. There's a lot of cliff-like formations, and it makes for a very beautiful scene, and we'll see some more of that as we go along. Coming out of breaks, we'll show you some clips and some videos from not just around Hawaii, but from around the area that the Lady Flames are staying in as well. Our final timeout of halftime, the Flames trailing 33-22 here at intermission against Hawaii in the Maui Classic.
It's bow time. Carolina legends aren't born. They're handmade, only in Bo's Real Southern Kitchen. It all starts with fresh, never frozen chicken marinated for 24 hours in a flavor-packed blend of bold Southern seasonings. Then we hand bread and fry it to crispy, juicy, mouth-watering perfection. That's not just any chicken, that's the Carolina legend. Order some Bojangles and taste what everyone's been craving since 1977. It's bow time.
Hi, it's Jonathan Cotton, and people often ask me, what is the Good Feet store? I respond, we are an arch support store. When you come in, our staff is going to welcome you and listen to your needs. We want to learn about you, your lifestyle, your work, and the types of shoes you enjoy wearing. Then after measuring your feet, we are going to fit you from a selection of over 300 styles and sizes of arch supports. Come into the Good Feet store for your free fitting and test walk. Visit goodfeet.com for the location nearest you. We look forward to seeing you soon at the Good Feet store.
Thousands of our teammates make and deliver 300 of the world's best brands and flavors, locally. From the heartland to the coast, in big cities and small towns. Our products are moving, and our trucks are rolling. We share a passion and a purpose, and we love to refresh and serve our communities. We are Coca-Cola Consolidated, your local bottler.
It's almost time for the second half. Now back to the arena for a check of the stats from the first half, presented by Larry's Tire and Auto Repair.
Well, the stats aren't very pretty for the Lady Flames. They finished up with 12 turnovers in that first half, forcing 7, and out of that, it allowed 5 more shot attempts for Hawaii. They were 6 of 16 from 3. The Flames were 2 of 6 from outside the arc. Liberty 36% overall, Hawaii 44%. Rebounding was a 16-11 advantage for Liberty. Really, that's about the only category that went in the Flames' favor. Even points in the paint, which is something that Liberty is normally very efficient at. They were beaten 12-6 in that category. It will be Hawaii basketball as we get the second half underway. Flevel, who led Hawaii in scoring. We'll get you some individual numbers here in just a second. She pulls up from the right elbow, but missed it. Flames get the rebound. Let's see if they got a little more energy in the second half. Athene to Nawabi. Emmy Stout on the court, playing with 3 fouls. Gives a screen. Athene picks up her dribble, bounces it into Stout, but it's loose on the floor, and Liberty eventually gets to it. and tracks it down in the corner. Ayestaughter up to Mills. Mills fakes the three, steps to the right, fires, but comes up short. Rebound to Hawaii. Flevel, Bailey Flevel, again led them in scoring in the first half with 10 points. Tries to dump it on the interior. Stout knocks it away, and that is going to be foul number 4 on Emmy Stout. As she reached in to knock the ball loose, she'll have to come right out. 59 seconds into the third quarter. Hawaii scoring with the goal to our right, wearing the green uniforms with white numbers. Flames in the white unis with red numbers. Three-pointer at the top of the arc from Neverson is good. Hawaii is only shooting 31% as a team from the three-point arc on average, but shooting 41% today in a higher volume. As it goes on the interior to Lynn Peters, and Peters is fouled by Tamilo. Victoria Tamilo picks up the personal foul, and the Flames will shoot a couple of free throws. We haven't had a ton of free throws in this ball game. Flames are 4 of 6. Hawaii is 3 of 4. This is the largest lead of the game at 14 points. First free throw is off by Peters. She'll have a second. Shooting 75% on the year coming in. Makes number 2. 36-23, Hawaii with the lead in the basketball. Moores hands off to Lefotu. Lefotu dribbles around for a moment and gives it back on the near side to Flevel. Flevel drives in and puts too much on the shot attempt. The Flames ping-pong it around a little bit and eventually pull down the board. Athene into the half court. Off of a screen by Peters. She'll pull up from just inside the arc and hit. Claudia Athene with 7 points. (36-35) Hawaii. Top of the arc, Neverson goes far wing to Flevel. She'll take a baseline jumper. It's in and out. Rebound, Ayestaughter. The Flames have a little bit of a spring in their step. Liz brings it across half court herself. Gives back to Athene. Dumps inside to Peters. Peters on the left side lays it in. Back to single digits, 36-27, and Hawaii's going to take a timeout, which will bring us to a media timeout as well. 7:31 left in this third quarter. What was a 14-point lead just a moment ago at 36-22 is now down to 9 after a 5-0 Flames run. They gave up a 17-3 Hawaii run in the second quarter, and that was really the difference. That stretch of the ball game is what pushed out the large lead for the Rainbow Wahine, and the Flames now trying to battle their way back. We'll take a timeout as well. 36-27, Hawaii with the lead. The Flames playing some defense when we come back from Van Wagner. This is the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services.
Game day isn't the only adventure. Find yours in Bedford, Virginia. Just down the road, but a world away. Explore seasonal events, cruise the Blue Ridge Parkway, or hike the Peaks of Otter. Enjoy outdoor fun at Smith Mountain Lake or play world-class disc golf. Home to the National D-Day Memorial and packed with small-town charm. Bedford has it all. Plan your visit and see the event calendar at destinationbedfordva.com. That's destinationbedfordva.com.
Rogers Heating, Cooling, Electrical, and Plumbing. Your local HVAC experts. Online at callrogers.com.
Have you downloaded the Liberty Flames mobile app? If not, what are you waiting for? The Liberty Flames mobile app is your lifeline to Flames athletics. Get the latest news on your favorite teams, find upcoming schedules, buy and download tickets to the next game, listen to podcasts, and hear our online Liberty Flames Sports Network audio broadcasts.
Takes a long three. Got it! From 30! And the Flames lead!
It's all on the Liberty Flames mobile app. Download it for free from your mobile app store today. Now back to Lady Flames basketball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services.
Hawaii leads Liberty 36-27. The Rainbow Wahine with the basketball as we get back underway. On the near wing is Lefotu. She dribbles it all the way into the paint, tries to go over the top of Athene, and she defends her well. Forces her into a miss, and the Flames get the rebound. Liberty currently on a 5-0 run after trailing by as many as 14 points. Avery Mills with the basketball on the near side. Comes up top to Ife Nawabi. Now to Athene. Athene drives through, and she draws a foul. Not in the act of shooting, but it will give Liberty a chance to reset, and it'll give us a chance to reset the foul trouble. If you're just tuning in, Emmy Stout picked up her 4th personal foul early in the second half. Elizabeth Eisdottir is playing with 2. Lefotu has now picked up 3 fouls for Hawaii, and that's the only player with more than 1. So she'll have to check out of the ball game as well. We've got some young kids in the floor cleanup crew that just came out, got some perspiration off the floor, and ready to play ball again. I say perspiration, it could be condensation as well. Flames run a play around the top, but there's going to be a moving screen called against Nawabi. So Ife, who has 6 points, only behind Claudia Athene's 7, has now picked up her 2nd personal foul. Flevel is the leading scorer for Hawaii. She's got 10. Rainbow Wahine with the basketball, and Lefotu is back out there. She's got it in the corner, even with the 3 personal fouls. Goes around far side to Flevel. Her 3-pointer's too strong, and Nawabi skies for the rebound. She'll put it on the dribble herself and come across half court with the basketball to Mills. Mills dribbles on the far side of the court. Now kicks it near wing to Nawabi. Nawabi goes down low, and they're going to call her for a traveling violation. And it didn't look like her feet moved. The defender went flying. It seemed like she had established her pivot foot and didn't move anymore after she stopped. Defender went. When the whistle blew, I thought, well, there's going to be a foul one way or the other, maybe an offensive foul. But they called a travel instead. Either way, it's turned over to Hawaii, and they have the basketball on a 36-27 lead. They have been stuck on that number since early on in this quarter. They'll try a 3. It's off the mark by Flevel, and the Flames get the rebound. Mills across the timeline. We haven't seen any pressure from Hawaii in this basketball game, but that's not really their MO. Jakayla Thompson drives along the baseline. She's cut off, double teamed, out to Nawabi for 3. Got it! Huge 3-pointer by Ife. And they're going to say it was a 2-point basket, not a 3. So 36-29. Hawaii, they traveled. Flevel shuffled her feet. And that's been an issue for both of these teams, but even more so for Hawaii. They're averaging over 20 turnovers a ball game. They have been the better of the 2 teams so far in this game. A +5 or a -5, however you want to look at it. They've got 5 less turnovers than the Flames do. Liberty's given the ball away 14 times. They've got it now, though. Avery Mills on the near wing. Dribbles to the top of the arc, pulls up and has her shot blocked. Hawaii gets the ball as well. They bring it down the other way. Driving through to the hoop is Neverson, but she missed the reverse lay-in, and the Flames get it back. So no harm on that possession. The lead holds at 7 for Hawaii. Athene on the far side. Dribbles her way into the paint. Kicks to Nawabi. Nawabi in the near corner will now drive. Spins and has her shot blocked. It goes to Peters, though. Peters has it blocked out of bounds. Boy, there's some heavy contact. Peters got hit pretty good as she was going up for that shot. But they just say deflected out of bounds by Hawaii with 8 seconds to shoot. And we now come under the 5-minute mark of this third quarter. 4:47 to be exact. Liberty with the ball, trailing by 7 when we return. Here from Van Wagner, this is the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services.
Although you try not to, most of us have used an ATM out of network, and at the end you get that notice. It's going to cost you $4 extra. You're paying money to get your own money. It makes you crazy. In retirement, you're going to want to use your 401k, but every time you dip into it, you have to pay taxes. Here we go again. You have to pay money to get your own money. I'm Abe Abish, founder of Abish Financial Services. We believe that every retirement plan needs a tax plan. Without it, you're using Uncle Sam's plan. And do you really think that's going to work in your favor? Call us for your customized retirement tax plan, 571-570-3559. If you've saved $500,000 or more, we'll build your plan complimentary. 571-570-3559 or visit theretirementkey.com.
Investment advisory services offered through Abish Financial Wealth Management, LLC, a registered investment advisor firm. Insurance services offered through Abish Financial Services, Inc., licensed in Virginia.
John Barkley loves Tuesday nights with his pals.
You guys ever seen a perfect game?
Here we go.
A night when scores made aren't nearly as important as friendships kept.
Get out your phones. Gonna be epic.
So he doesn't miss a night. John counts on Sentra to keep him healthy and at his best.
Perfection begins now. Start your video. Delete your video.
Like and share.
Sentra, caring for, caring about folks like John.
Welcome back into Hawaii, where the Lady Flames are taking on Hawaii here in this Maui Classic. Not hosted by Hawaii, though. It's hosted by Oregon State. Unique aspect of things here. They've hosted the tournament since its inception. It allows them to come to Hawaii once a year, play some basketball games. It's the first time that the University of Hawaii has actually played in this tournament, a couple islands south from their location in Oahu. Liberty on the inbounds. It goes into Eistotter. She has her shot blocked, tries to get it back, and Hawaii comes away with the basketball. Several shot blocks in this game for the Rainbow Wahine. We'll get you the exact number here in just a moment. As Hawaii is on the attack. They scored 3 points early on in the quarter, haven't scored since then. They're going to try a three-pointer and hit from the outside. Jade Peacock had only hit one three-pointer on the year coming in, was 1 of 6. She's now hit 2 in this basketball game, and that ends the Liberty run. Flames back on offense, and a foul is going to be called against Hawaii. So after the Rainbow Wahine made it 36-22 at the very beginning of the quarter, they hit the first 3 points. It was all Liberty since then. On the inbounds, it goes to Eistotter, and she missed the layup. Rebound to Hawaii. They've got numbers back the other way and got away with a traveling violation as it dumps down low, and a reverse lay-in is good by Neverson. So 5 straight points for Hawaii. Ife Nawabi with the basketball. She's going to take it through, and she traveled. Turnover number 15 for Liberty. Liberty had a 7-0 run come to an end with this 5-0 run by Hawaii. Flames have gotten it down to 7, and it's back up to 12, I should say. Hawaii on offense. Three-pointer on the near wing by Perez is good. Timeout taken by Liberty. So after a 7-0 Flames run, Liberty with a little bit of a drought, and Hawaii comes back firing, and they now have their largest lead of the ball game at 15 points. So after 7-0 for Liberty, 8-0 for Hawaii. It's a 32nd timeout, so we'll keep it here. Our Carter Bank and Trust game at a glance. To this point in the ball game, Flames 35% shooting from the field, 11 of 31. Hawaii 42%, but they are 9 of 21 from 3. 43%. They average 31 on the year. The Flames usually shoot 34%, and they're only hitting at 25, 2 of 8. After the timeout, Liberty will have the basketball, bringing it the length of the court from right to left. Claudia Thien running the point. Dribbles across half court. Angles to the near side. Nothing for. Picks up her dribble. Goes back to Nawabi. Nawabi back near wing to Athene. Athene dumps it in to Ayestadter, who gives off to Nawabi as she was cutting to the hoop but could not finish. Shots that Liberty would normally make just aren't falling. Currently a 3-minute scoring drought. They've missed their last 6 field goals after that 7-0 run. Hawaii back on offense. Spinning into the paint is Neverson, and she traveled. Turnover number 9 for the Rainbow Wahine. Hawaii's men's programs, for the most part, are called the Rainbow Warriors. Rainbow Wahine, or Wahine in the native tongue means woman. Flames with the basketball. They trail by 15. Athene, the near wing. Nothing there. Dives into the paint. Picks up her dribble. Out to Mills. Mills fakes the 3. Waits for a screen. Peels off of it. Drives and kicks back to Mwamba for 3. Yes! Liddy Mwamba, who had just checked into the ball game, hits a huge three-pointer. And was it just a 2? I feel like the Flames have hit 3 shots in this game that I thought were 3s, that they must have had a foot on the line. There are a lot of lines on the court, being a high school facility. Either way, it's 44-31. I should say the far side, it goes to Curtis, and Curtis rises up and she hits a 3, well behind the arc. Now a 16-point lead for Hawaii. Ayestadter works her way in, pulls up from 14 and missed the shot off the back heel. Rebound to Hawaii. They go back on the attack. Three-pointer from Neverson is off, and Mills gets the rebound. Mills runs it the other way. Now bounces it into Stout. Stout playing with the 4 personal fouls, draws a foul herself, and will shoot 2 free throws. At this point, Coach Lexa Sherrard rolling the dice a little bit. With Emmy Stout on the court, she has not scored in this ball game. 0-3 from the field, has 3 rebounds, and has been plagued by foul trouble throughout. Nawabi, the leading scorer for Liberty, with 8. Claudia Athene has 7. Flevel still leads Hawaii with 10. She has not scored in the second half. First free throw is good. Stout on the year, a 63% free throw shooter, missed the second, and Hawaii got the rebound. 47-32. Hawaii with the basketball and the lead. Goes over the far side of the court to Peacock. Peacock up top to Curtis. Curtis fires a three and hits again. Well, forget the scouting report at this point. If you had asked me, is Hawaii a good three-point shooting team, I would have said below average. And they have certainly proven that report wrong. They're up by 18. Liberty with the ball. They go inside to Stout, and Stout draws another foul. 49.3 seconds to go in the third quarter, and Emmy Stout will shoot 2 free throws. That puts Hawaii over the limit. 5 for the period. The Flames still have a couple of fouls to give in these final 49 seconds. This 18-point lead is the largest of the ball game. Again, I know that Coach Sherrard and the players would never make this excuse, but it certainly does seem, by the way this game has gone, that one team is 5 time zones away from home and one team is a 15-minute flight away from home. Stout's first free throw pops out. She'll have a second. Missed it as well, short. A lot of shots coming up short. Lead holds at 18 after an offer. Hawaii back on offense. Peacock dumps it on the interior to Neverson, and Neverson is able to lay it through. Now 52-32. 30 seconds to go. About a 5-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Athene drives, kicks, and she's going to be called for steps. Turnover number 17 for Liberty. And all the indicators that you would look at about a team that might have some sea-weary legs. Turnovers, missed free throws, shots coming up short. They all add up at the moment for Liberty. Hawaii with 10 seconds until the end of the third quarter. The shot clock is off. It goes far wing to Curtis. Curtis drives and then kicks on the outside to Peacock. Her three-pointer is off, and Stout gets the rebound, but the horn sounds on this third quarter that had a promising start with Liberty after giving up the first basket, scoring 7 straight points, but then 8 straight from Hawaii. And they extend their lead by 9 points, outscoring the Flames 19-10 in this third period of play, taking a 52-32 lead to the fourth quarter. A lot of work left to do for the Lady Flames to try to get back into this ball game. We'll have that for you when we come back from this break on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Turn up the heat. Foster Fuels is a proud partner of Liberty Athletics. Foster has been fostering warm moments for 100 years. Headquartered in Brookneal, Virginia, Foster has been providing exceptional propane and gas services since 1921. Stop by one of our 6 showroom locations across Central Virginia to view our wide range of products. From propane to fireplaces and grills to tank installs and tankless water heaters, Foster has it all. Download our app or visit fosterfuels.com for more info.
Move those coffee chains, Flames fans, and go local. Central Virginia's own Ironclad Coffee Roasters and Baking Company is the premier coffee partner of Liberty Athletics. Pay them a visit at one of their cafes in the Richmond area or at the Richmond International Airport. They'll also ship their specialty grade coffee straight to your door. Visit ironcladcoffee.com, that's www.ironcladcoffee.com, to check out the coffee Flames fans are talking about.
Frank Good Builders is a proud supporter of the Liberty Flames. Frank Good Builders and its partners design and build beautiful custom homes in the Lynchburg and the surrounding areas. From designing a plan to picking out fixtures, Frank Good Builders works with you to design and build your truly custom dream home. Frank Good Builders can be reached at 434-238-3710 or frankgoodbuilders.com.
You're listening to Lady Flames basketball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services. Now, back to the game.
It is all Hawaii here in the Maui Classic. They lead by 20 as we start the fourth quarter. The Flames will have the basketball. Looking across the way, Liberty has mostly the second team out there at the moment, but Emmy Stout has stayed in, as has Claudia Athene. Athene with the ball on the near side. Up top to Emma Leon. Emma had a good first half. She dribbles it in and then bounces to Stout, who Stout goes up on the right side and kisses it off the glass and through. Making it an 18-point game. Hawaii with the basketball. Neverson goes cross court to Curtis. Curtis with Leon on her. Lobs a pass to Webb. Webb works her way into the low paint, and it's picked off. Knocked away by Athene. Mwamba back the other end. Picks up her dribble out to Thompson. Now back to Athene. Athene crosses it over. Finds a little space. Passes to Liddy Mwamba, who drives in and has her shot knocked away. Another block shot by Hawaii. They come back up court to Webb. Webb on the outside to Perez, and her three-pointer is good. (55-34). 21-point lead is the largest. Athene has the ball knocked away, but it was kicked. 20 seconds to shoot for Liberty. Trailing by 21. I mentioned Emma Leon. 4 points in the ball game for her. She's going to drive to the hoop on the right side. Skies it up off the glass and in with the finger roll. 6 points right on cue. 55-36. Hawaii. They're going to try an interior pass. It's knocked loose. It's out of bounds, though, off of Liberty. Good effort by several Lady Flames to try to get to that basketball. They just couldn't secure it. After we get a little moisture off the floor. It did rain a little bit outside this gym earlier today on the way in. Now they get it sorted, and Hawaii will have 14 seconds to shoot. Inbound pass comes up top to Perez, I should say, now to Curtis. 8 seconds to shoot. She picks up her dribble over to Neverson on the interior to Peacock. Peacock tries to dump it deeper down low. It works around to the far wing to Webb. Webb steps back for three. It's an air ball, and the officials inexplicably blow the whistle. It was a shot clock violation, but the ball was already in the Flames' hands. That is over officiating in my book. A tenth, maybe. The horn sounded a tenth before the ball was in her hands, I guess by the letter of the law, but I think in that spot you just let the offense move. No advantage one way or the other. On the drive is Athene. She goes up with the right hand and missed the shot. Rebound Hawaii. They run it down court to an open Webb in the far corner. Her shot's too strong, but an offensive rebound, and Hawaii will reset. Liberty does have a rebounding edge of 28-22. Haven't been able to take advantage of that, though, with second chance points. Not as much as they would like, anyway. On the drive for Hawaii is Webb. She was wanting a foul, doesn't get the call. Shot rolls off the rim, and the Flames get the board. Athene down to Leon. Leon crosses it over and has her pass deflected out of bounds with 17 seconds to shoot. If you're just tuning in, there is no replay in this classic. Something that a lot of women's college basketball coaches have taken advantage of this year. If they clearly see the ball was deflected off of the opposite team and it wasn't called that way, even 2 minutes into the ball game, they'll challenge because there is no limit on the number of times they challenge. They just lose a timeout if they're wrong. Thompson barely gets the ball in before the 5-second count to Leon. Leon drives through and kicks to Mwamba for three. Yes! Liddy Mwamba from 3rd Street. Brought to you by Haley's Appliance and Outdoor. The Flames have made this a 55-39 ball game, and almost a steal on the inbounds by Thompson. Neverson gives it in the middle to Perez. Perez squares up with Stout on her. Now back to Bond. Bond in the near side corner. Forsythe to Bond. 6 seconds to shoot. Lob pass on the interior, and a foul is called against Liberty as Neverson was making the catch on the pass. Mwamba picks up the personal foul, her first. Flames first as well in the quarter. 6:25 left in the ball game. 55-39 Hawaii. A hook pass to the top of the arc. Perez takes the three and hits. I promise Hawaii was not a particularly good three-point shooting team coming into today, but they have shot it well in this ball game as Emmy Stout goes down on the low block, and she is going to be called for an offensive foul on the push-off. And that will be 5 on Emmy Stout. So she fouls out with 6:07 left in the ball game. 3 points on 1 of 4 shooting, 4 rebounds for Emmy. Flames down by 19. They've trailed by as many as 21. They led by 3 back in the first quarter. Liberty showing some full court pressure. Inbound pass from Neverson. Comes to Curtis. Curtis back to Neverson. Now far wing to Bond. Bond breaks it across half court in the corner to Forsythe. Her three-pointer is short, and Thompson gets the rebound. She'll run it the other way for Liberty. Thompson into Peters. Peters makes the catch, but was too far into the basket. Has to give it back outside to Mwamba for 3. Yes! Liddy Mwamba has been a bright spot today for the Lady Flames. It's back to a 16-point game. Still over 5.5 minutes left. Hawaii with the basketball. Up to Curtis, from Curtis to Perez, now back to Curtis. Curtis slings a pass across to Bond. Her three-pointer is short, and a rebounding foul is called against Neverson as she went over the back of Peters. Malia Alexander will check into the game for the first time. Malia, the 5'7" redshirt freshman out of Burlington, Kentucky. She's played in 7 of the Flames' 9 games so far this year. Make it now 8 of 10. Approaching the midway point of this fourth quarter. Thompson to Mwamba. Another 3 and another hit. Liddy Mwamba with 13 points. She's hit 3 trays and a couple that were toenails away from being three-pointers. And Liberty's made this a 13-point ball game. Back in is Jovi Lefotu, who had been out for a while after that lead had ballooned up near 20. Hawaii down to 9 seconds to shoot. Goes cross court to Bond, and we're going to get a foul against Alexander. Hand check on Malia. And that brings us to a media timeout. 4:44 remaining in the ball game. After a 21-point lead, Flames have chipped it down to 13, but do they have enough time left? We'll see. 4 minutes and change to go as we take this timeout from Van Wagner. This is the Liberty Flames Sports Network presented by Abish Financial Services.
What's important isn't that Freedom First has been in business since 1956. What's important is how we've been doing business since 1956. Since day one, we have been accountable to our members, not stockholders. We make loans that cost less, offer savings plans that pay more, and give back to our community, and that hasn't changed. What has changed is our ability to serve you with more locations and more technology to simplify your financial life. Freedom First. It's a place where anyone in our region can bank for good.
Hey, Flames fans, Gentry Lock is fired up to join in the excitement this season. Gentry Lock Attorneys knows it's all about preparation, precise teamwork, and a competitive spirit for the hard-fought wins. We've got that down. With our fierce drive to succeed, uncommon thinking, and extensive resources, Gentry Lock helps businesses thrive. We are downtown at 801 Main Street, and we serve the Commonwealth and beyond with offices in Roanoke, Richmond, and Norfolk. All the ways Gentry Lock can help clients succeed is waiting for you at gentrylock.com.
Score big at Haley's Appliance and Haley's Outdoor in Lynchburg with major brands of appliances that will make your house feel like a home and outdoor equipment to have your yard looking its best. Haley's puts customer service first. They deliver and service all of the products they sell and will take care of the process from start to finish. Log on to Haleys.com today for product availability. Haley's Appliance and Haley's Outdoor in Lynchburg is a proud sponsor for Liberty Flames Athletics.
Welcome back into Seabury Hall here on the island of Maui. The Maui Classic, Liberty trailing Hawaii 58-45. 4:44 left in the ball game. Flames have been able to chip into this lead to bring down by as many as 21. It is Hawaii basketball. They've got 20 seconds to shoot after the foul on Alexander. Goes far side to Flevel. She hasn't scored in the second half, had 10 in the first half. She'll pull from 3. It's in and out. And the rebound is controlled by Hawaii as Tamilo was able to come down with it, but then traveled after she secured the basketball. So Liberty, a basket here, a three-pointer could make it a 10-point game with still over 4 minutes to go. Thompson down in the paint, takes a turnaround jumper, missed, got her own rebound and sticks it in. Jacayla Thompson working the drive and then the glass. 47-58. Alexander pressuring Bond. She brings it across half court. Comes out to Lefotu, who has Thompson on her. 15 seconds on the shot clock. 3:55 to go in the ball game. Dribbling on the near wing and is Lefotu. Now she'll take it into the paint. Kick far side. A three-pointer is too strong, and Liberty gets the rebound. That was Bond on the attempt. Liddy Mwamba across half court. We're going to get a foul against Hawaii. That'll be their second. It was not a shooting foul.
Substitution coming in for the University of Hawaii.
So the Flames will inbound on the baseline. Jacayla Thompson. The entire second unit in at the moment. Leah Alexander, Liddy Mwamba, Lynn Peters, Emma Leon, and Jacayla Thompson. Inbound pass comes to Leon. She comes off of a screen. Kicks it over to Thompson. Thompson fakes the shot, drives in, draws the foul, and comes up just a little bit short. But we'll have 2 free throws to try to make this single digits with 3.5 minutes to go. It does seem like the Flames have kind of caught a second wind. They're currently on a 13-3 run. Thompson missed the free throw, though. That has been an issue for Liberty in this ball game. They've been able to get to the line 13 times, but have only hit 6 of them. Thompson makes the second, so now a 14-3 run. And it's a 10-point game, 58-48. Hawaii breaks through some pressure as Lefotu will give it back outside to Curtis. Curtis with Thompson on her. Dribbles and then hands off to Lefotu. Goes up top to Flevel. Now far wing. Webb, a bullet pass to Curtis. Curtis hooks it underneath. And a foul is called against Liberty. Not a shooting foul, but the shot clock was down to 4. And if nothing else, that'll allow Hawaii to run some more clock here, and the clock is just as big of an enemy for the Flames as the scoreboard is. Down by 10. Inbound pass goes into the backcourt. It's a race. Who's going to get there first? Leon can't quite beat Curtis. So they'll be able to now dribble up and still have plenty of time to run the offense. Curtis around a screen to the top of the arc. Comes near wing to Webb. Webb dumps it in the corner to Flevel. Flevel drives her way into the paint on Thompson and missed the layup. Mwamba with the board, and a foul is called against Hawaii. Both teams will be in the bonus from here on out. Liberty to inbound, trailing by 10. They've certainly made this game interesting. Driving through is Thompson. She goes up with the left hand and scoops it home. 8-point game with 2.5 to go. Curtis the other way. The length of the court, she missed the shot. Kind of rushed it a little bit. The Flames get the board and a chance to further chip into what is now an 8-point Hawaii lead. Thompson back through, and a traveling violation is called against Jacayla Thompson. She went up, and they say that she was tied up and came back down with the basketball. I guess they're going to say that she wasn't tied up, that she just came back down with it naturally. Probably should have been a jump ball. That would have still been Hawaii's possession. So, unfortunate turnover for Liberty. They had a chance to get that down to a 5 or 6 point game. Hawaii is going to take a timeout with 2:08 to go. A 16-3 Liberty run. We'll keep it here. 58-48. The Flames again had trailed by as many as 21. It was 55-34. And actually, let's see. Yeah, that was the high point. 55-34. And then this 16-3 run. Liberty will keep the second unit on the court. Liddy Mwamba with 13 points paces the Flames. And as soon as we come back out on the court, the Flames are going to take a timeout. And I think this is just about trying to get the legs underneath the team again. Hawaii took a timeout, I think, to end the momentum, and the Flames, seeing some tired souls, take another timeout. They'll have 2 remaining. A full timeout. It's another 60 seconds to try to get ready for these final 2:08. This final 2:08. Turnover-wise, the Flames have given it away 18 times in this ballgame, but that's actually gotten better of late. Quite a bit better. They've forced 11 turnovers. If you look at the fourth quarter alone, that's actually the second half. The second half numbers, Flames with 6 turnovers, Hawaii with 4. But I'm going to guess most of those were in the third quarter, not the fourth. 11 straight points for Liberty and a 16-3 overall run. Pressure by Liberty on the inbounds. Hawaii gets it in time to Lefotu. She hands out to Flevel. 18 seconds to shoot. Alexander is on her. Flames don't have any fouls to give. Off of a screen, she bounces it near wing to Lefotu, now down low, and an extra pass is knocked out of bounds, and it's Liberty basketball. Deflected off of a Hawaii player. They're talking about a review on the Hawaii bench, but there's no replay in this tournament. Thompson back up court for Liberty. She drives in, draws the foul, and comes up just a little short on the attempt. That would have been huge if that basket would have fallen through, but still 2 free throws ahead and an opportunity for the Flames to get it down to 6. Kayla Thompson with 5 points in the game. This is her second trip to the free throw line. Also 3 assists. First free throw rattles out though. Boy, if the Flames could have the free throws they've missed in this ball game back, it would be a tie game right now. Second free throw's good. So the run continues. It's now 17-3. Pressure by Liberty on the inbound. So Hawaii gets it in just in time. They're still in the backcourt. Flevel being guarded by Alexander. Gets it across to Lefotu. There's still 1 minute and 36 seconds to go in this game. The Flames are not necessarily in foul mode just yet. They can play defense for probably a couple more possessions. Lefotu is going to try to drive in. She gets past the defense but lost the handle a little bit on the layup attempt and missed it. Flames with the rebound. Mwamba inside to Peters, and Peters has it knocked away. No, out of bounds, just off of Peters. Flames were, I think, wanting a foul call in that spot. I thought it might have been deflected by a Hawaii player, but the official just says that it was Peters trying to take the shot. It was a tough catch for her in a tight spot at full speed. She'll probably get the turnover and probably doesn't deserve it. So the Flames with a couple of chances to get this closer, and they haven't been able to. Well, they got 1 point closer, had a chance to get it 2 points on that previous possession. And now a foul is called against Leon, and free throws ahead for Hawaii. Kiera Curtis will shoot the 2. She is a 79% free throw shooter on the year. 58-51 Hawaii. First free throw is good. They haven't taken as many free throws in this game, but they've shot well. They're 4 of 5. Again, the Flames have missed 8 free throws. Second free throw is off the mark, and it goes off of Peters and out of bounds. So Liberty not able to secure the board, and Hawaii will get another chance. So that was a huge missed opportunity for the Flames. They pressure the inbounds. They're going to have to foul now. It bounces out to Curtis, and Curtis is fouled by Leon. She'll go back to the free throw line. Hawaii made the first free throw, missed the second, but the Flames couldn't get the rebound. It went out of bounds off of Lynn Peters. The lead is 8, and we're down to 44.4 seconds to go. Twice in this quarter that we've been stuck on those numbers on the board. The last time there was no decimal. Another 2 free throws. First pops in for Kiera Curtis. She now has double digits in the ball game. Hits on both. Liberty will take a timeout. But the degree of difficulty became a lot more after the last 4 possessions. Liberty missing a free throw, going 1 for 2. And then a turnover offensively for the Flames. 4 free throws at the other end for Curtis. She hits 3 of the 4. And in a spot where Liberty could have cut the lead. Down, it was a 58-51 game at that point. So the Flames, with a basket on that possession, could have gotten it down to 5 or even 4 points, and now we've ballooned back out to a 10-point lead for Hawaii. Kayla Thompson will inbound on the near sideline. Leon, Alexander, Peters, and Mwamba in the game. Inbound pass comes to Leon. She's going to take a 3 and nails it from the top of the arc. Emma Leon from 25 has made this now a 7-point game. Timeout taken by Hawaii. with 42.2, so the Flames only used 2.2 seconds to get 3 points. They only have one timeout remaining, though. Hawaii has been very good at the free throw line, so the Flames are going to try to drop something to get a steal, I'm sure. Hawaii will advance the basketball after the timeout. Emma Leon with 9 points in the game. Liddy Mwamba leads the way with 13. Perez is 12, tops Hawaii. Inbounding on the near side is Webb. She gets it into Flevel, and Flevel is fouled quickly by Malia Alexander. So Bailey Flevel, a 70% free throw shooter on the year, leads his team averaging 14 points a game. Had 10 in the first half, hasn't scored since then. She'll have 2, try to extend the lead that is currently 7. Missed the first, though, off the back rim. Flames bring in Ayastadar and Nwabi to be on the low block for the rebound here. Second free throw is also off the mark, and Nwabi gets the board, and the Flames take a timeout. And I don't know that they wanted to take a timeout with only one left, but that's what has happened. So Liberty will advance the basketball with 40.2 seconds left in the ball game. So an empty trip for Hawaii. The Flames still in this ball game. It's going to take a lot because of not having any timeouts left. But the door is open, even if it's just cracked. After trailing by as many as 21, to have this, if they scored here, to get it inside of 2 possessions would be pretty impressive, but there's no moral victories. They're going to have to try to figure out a way to score at least 7 more points than Hawaii in these final 40 ticks. Inbound pass comes to Peters. She holds it above her head. A couple Flames collide, and Peters now has to give off to Leon. Leon drives into the paint. Missed the shot, but a late whistle will give the Flames free throws. The ball was already being rebounded when the whistle blew. So the Flames will have a chance at the free throw line to get this down to a 5-point game. Leon's first shot is good. Hawaii did it well to keep Liberty from having anything around the perimeter. So Leon decided to take it into the paint, and she drew a foul. Second free throw is also good. 61-56 as we approach 2:30 on the East Coast in the morning. Inbound pass is taken by Lefotu, and she's fouled. A couple of free throws ahead for her. 27.9 to go. Liberty down by 5. And Lefotu, as we mentioned, will be shooting the free throws. Her first attempt is good. Back rim and in. Her first free throw of the day. She has not missed on the season, 7 of 7. Second one is good also. Flames with no timeouts. They now trail 63-56. Pressure by Hawaii. It comes into Thompson. She's being harassed in the backcourt, double team, forcing her to slow down. She gets it to Mwamba. Her three-pointer is well off the mark, and Hawaii gets the rebound, and a foul is called against Malia Alexander, but that is probably going to do it here. 7-point game with only 17 seconds and no timeouts. A valiant effort by the Lady Flames, mostly the second group, the second team, has been on the floor during this fourth quarter, which was by far the best quarter for Liberty. 24 points. They've defended at 11. Just too big of a hole to dig out of, as the first free throw by Perez is good. She has also not missed a free throw this season. 4 of 4. Hits them both. 65-56 Hawaii. Liberty with the basketball, 12 seconds to go. Leon is going to drive through, and she scoops it in with 9.4. Flames try to steal the inbounds, but foul instead, and Curtis will shoot 2 more free throws. 65-58, but 8.7 left, and no timeouts. Flames scored 15 in the first quarter, played pretty well. They were trailing 16-15, but the second and third quarters, it really looked like the jet lag kind of kicked in. They did not play well offensively or defensively. We're outscored 17-7 in the second, 19-10 in the third. We're down by as many as 21, but they have outscored Hawaii 26-13 in the fourth. Missed free throws have been the biggest problem, as both free throws go in for Hawaii. The Flames have missed 8. They hit those free throws. It's a different game right now. Flames across half court. Three-pointer from Alexander is off the mark as the horn sounds, and Hawaii gets the win, 67-58. And the Flames fall in game 1 of this Maui Classic. Quite a few Hawaii fans have made themselves known in the building as the horn ends this basketball game, and the Flames record falls to 6-4 on the year, while Hawaii moves their record up to 5-6. And now the big question will be, when you look at the minutes for this game, the Flames played the second unit a lot in the second half. So the numbers as far as the total minutes are going to be very close for the starters in the second group. And someone like Emmy Stout played very little at all because of foul trouble in the ball game. So the starters at least will not be overly tired because of exertion in this game. They didn't play hardly at all in the fourth quarter. I don't know if I have access to just fourth quarter stats or not. Yeah, I actually do. In the fourth quarter, it doesn't show minutes though. Minutes is what I needed. Thank you, sir. Well, I can tell you the total minutes for the ball game, but I can't tell you just exactly how many everybody played in the fourth quarter. But just from having watched the game, the second unit was out there almost the entire fourth quarter. I'm not positive if some of the starters played at all in the fourth, or maybe just the very beginning. If there's a way to figure that out in the stat program, Paul Carmody will be the guy to do it. And so I'll pose that question to him here in just a moment. And we'll have a complete look at the Larry's Tire and Auto stats coming up in just a little bit. But I did want to take a look at those starters' minutes. Claudia Thien did finish up with 31 minutes. So she played into the fourth quarter a bit and played pretty much the entire first half. As a matter of fact, I can tell you that. In the first half, Claudia played 16 minutes, 21 seconds. So she rested for a little over 3.5 minutes in the first half and played just a little bit less than that in the second half. But only 21 minutes for Ife Nwabi, only 18 minutes for Elizabeth Iastaughter. Emmy Stout with the foul trouble played 15. Avery Mills 26, so a little under average, but not light numbers, but just not quite as much as normal. So the starters certainly should be more rested than normal. Lynn Peters played 24 minutes in the game off the bench. Liddy Mwamba with 17. Emma Leon with almost 18 minutes as well. We saw Malia Alexander come in and play over 5 minutes in the fourth quarter as well. So that's the good news, is the Flames will be a little bit more rested because of the rotation in this game. The bad news is Oregon State has been back at the hotel for probably an hour and a half, 2 hours already, and maybe not quite that, because they did have to, I'm sure, get a post-game meal. So they've probably been back to the hotel for an hour or so. Flames are probably an hour or more away from getting to the hotel. It's a little bit of a drive, about a 45-minute drive from this facility to where the hotel is. So from the rest standpoint, and the fact that it's a slightly earlier tip tomorrow night than it was tonight, that advantage goes to Oregon State. But at least for the Flames, the minutes were very even compared to what we've seen in some ball games this year, where the starters all were in that mid-30 to low 30-minute range. And no one really, other than Claudia, got to that point in this ball game. We will take a timeout, and we'll come back with Coca-Cola Postgame Show. Liberty Falls to Hawaii here in Maui, 67-58. From Van Wagner, this is the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services.
Owned and operated by a Liberty alum, Larry's Tire and Auto Repair offers complete auto service, including tires, preventive maintenance, and more. Larry's Tire carries all major brands and is open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday at any of their 4 locations, with 2 in Lynchburg, 1 in Forest, and 1 at Able Tire in Concord. More information on Larry's Tire is available at larrystireservice.com.
The light from a star can take millions of years to reach Earth. So when you look at a star, you're looking back in time. But I see the future. I see exploration and courage. I see my country finding new horizons out there. And I see giant leaps making a comeback. I see myself. The future is where I'll make history.
This message is brought to you by the United States Space Force. More information is available at spaceforce.mil.
At Lynchburg Nissan, it's the most wonderful time of the year for savings, with up to $10,000 off MSRP, 0% for up to 60 months, or 130% of fair KBB for your trade. This December is the best time to make that decision you've been thinking about. Take advantage of Lynchburg Nissan's year-end sales event while the best inventory is available. These models are limited supply and have been selling very quickly. Shop in person or go online at lynchburgnissan.com, home of the million-mile warranty.
The doctors at Crossroads Family Dentistry say go Flames and good luck this season. Stephen Hatch, James Peary III, Trey Woolwine, and Carol Roberts have over 50 years of experience serving Lynchburg and the surrounding area. Their dental office in Forest is open and ready to serve you. Crossroads Family Dentistry provides all family and cosmetic dental needs and accepts major dental insurances. They're located at 14761 Forest Road in front of Brawburgers. More information is available at crossroadsfamilydenistryva.com.
Flames Nation, this is Liberty men's basketball coach Richie McKay. The McKay family are proud Flames Club members and invite you to join in training Champions for Christ on and off the court. Whether you're at the game or cheering from home, your support is valuable and directly impacts our student athletes. Membership starts at just $75 and comes with great benefits like access to premium seating, hospitality, and parking privileges. Join today. Visit libertyflamesclub.org.
You've been listening to Liberty Lady Flames basketball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services. Now it's time for the Coca-Cola Postgame Locker Room Report. Get a complete recap of the game. Hear from Lady Flames head coach Alexis Sherrard, final stats, and more. This is the Coca-Cola Postgame Report. Coke, taste the feeling.
Well, welcome back into Seabury Hall here in Maui, on the island of Maui. In Hawaii, the Flames with a tough start to this Maui Classic. But they showed some fight down the stretch. They made the game interesting in the fourth quarter, and it was the reserves that scored the last 24 points. that had that 17-3 run and turned the 21-point deficit and at one point to a 7-point game. It just couldn't quite get over the edge. Just too big of a hole to dig out of. And we did find the fourth quarter minutes. And so if you take a look at how many minutes the starters played in the fourth quarter, Efi Nawabi 0, although she might have come in for one play just long enough to get a rebound, and then maybe there was a timeout or a foul, so she wasn't registered as any minutes, but maybe she had a few seconds in the fourth quarter. Avery Mills didn't play in the fourth quarter. Emmy Stout only 4 minutes after fouling out. Claudia Thien did play 5 of the 10 minutes in the fourth quarter, and Elizabeth Eisdotter, same thing. She came in, I think, for one possession to get a rebound after a free throw. And then maybe the Flames called a timeout, so I don't even know. Maybe 1 second came off the clock. So she did get in the game, but certainly didn't play much in the fourth quarter. It was Jakayla Thompson with 6 points, Liddy Mwamba with 9 points. These are just fourth quarter numbers. 6 points for JT, and Liddy Mwamba, as her teammates call her, Queen, her middle name. She had 9 points in the fourth. Emma Leon with 9 points as well, all in the fourth quarter. Overall, Liddy finished up with 13 points, which is a career high for her. Emma Leon also with 13 points off the bench and 17 minutes playing time for both of those young ladies. So outstanding games coming in for them, and certainly the bright spots in this ball game for Liberty. Big part of the comeback effort, along with Jakayla Thompson, who had 6 points but also 4 assists in the game. It was a rough evening for the starters. The starters, plus minus, if you look down, minus 16, minus 19, minus 11, minus 17, minus 20. So when the starters were on the court, didn't go well. But when the reserves came in, they actually were able to eat into the lead and make it a little bit more of a sweat for Hawaii at the end of the ball game. But you could tell, and again, Coach Gerard is not going to make this excuse, and I'm not trying to make it for him, but it's hard not to think that the jet lag, you have been here for a couple of days, but you're also, in a different climate. You're not used to 85 degrees and humidity in the middle of wintertime. When the Flames were leaving for the airport on Tuesday morning, and it was in the 20s, and the wind chill was even worse than that. And now you're trying to adjust to a climate in 2 days, and you're playing a team that doesn't have to adjust to the climate because this is where they live. So you knew that there was going to be a slight advantage there, and that certainly kind of came to fruition in the first half of the game. Flames just didn't seem to have their legs even into the third quarter. But by the fourth quarter, especially with that second unit that came in firing, they were like a spark plug, and they made the game more interesting than it certainly was before that. And we'll see what this translates to tomorrow when Liberty plays Oregon State, who at least on paper, coming into this tournament, you would have said was probably the best team. They only a couple years removed from an Elite Eight. They got hit hard by the conference realignment, and a lot of things changed for them after the Pac-12 disappeared, and it's coming back, but certainly not in the same form that it was before. But even at that, they won their conference tournament last year, and they'll be back to Pac-12 play next year when that reforms. And again, a perennial NCAA tournament team. And now that's the second game of the tournament when you've got the least amount of rest and you've got a game already under your belt. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. The Flames did, though, as we mentioned, get to kind of even out the minutes in the ball game. So that's at least one positive. As we take a look at the Larry's Tire and Auto stat recap from this game, Liberty finishes up shooting 44% from the field, 6 of 14 from 3, 43% there, but only 8 of 18 from the free throw line, 56%. And at one point, they had missed 8 free throws. I think it was, let's see, 9 of, no, what was it at that point? 8 of 18, maybe at that point. No, I'm sorry, that's not right. 8 of 16. It was 8 of 16 at that point. It missed 8 free throws, and the game was an 8-point game. So if those free throws would have gone differently, and it's tough to hit every free throw, but if they would have hit just half of those free throws when they got it down to 7, they would have been getting it down to 3, and that could have changed the outcome as well. So free throw shooting, but that goes back to sometimes if you just don't have your legs, the free throws don't fall. You have maybe more turnovers in situations where you're not even forced into turnovers. We saw that in this ball game as well. So we'll see if they can kind of bounce back, and another day of acclimation and having now played a high-intensity game in this environment. We'll see. We'll see what happens tomorrow. And a team that didn't have as long of a trip, but Oregon State still had to adjust more so certainly than Hawaii did. We'll see if maybe the Flames will be able to jump out and have a better start in tomorrow's ball game. Hawaii, they cooled off as the game went along. They started off shooting the ball extremely well, continued to shoot well from 3, though. 21 of 55 from the field, but 13 of 32 from 3, 41%. Their average was 31% coming in, and they were 12 of 16 from the free throw line, 75%. Mentioned the turnovers, Liberty with 19, Hawaii with 12. They averaged 20, so the Flames were not able to force the turnovers that they would have liked in this basketball game. Liberty did get a plus 10 in rebounding, 36-26. The leading scorers again for Liberty were Emma Leon and Liddy Mwamba, and the leading scorers for Hawaii was Amani Perez with 14 and Kiara Curtis. She had 13 to lead the way. Also Bailey Flevel, who had 10 in the first half, didn't score in the second half of the ball game, and Sanaya Neverson had 10 as well. So those were the players in double digits in this basketball game. For Liberty, the leading rebounder was Ife Nwabi and Avery Mills, each with 5 boards. Also, Liddy Mwamba off the bench with 5 rebounds in the game as well. Flames finish up being outscored in points off turnovers, 15-13. Points in the paint did swing Liberty's way, 18-16. Second chance points, only 8-6 Flames. So even with the plus 10 in rebound, they couldn't take advantage of that with second chance points. Fast break points were 10-7 Hawaii, and bench points were dead even at 35 apiece. We'll take our final timeout, and we'll get a chance to talk to head coach Alexis Sherrard as he comes out of the locker room momentarily here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner, presented by Abish Financial Services.
The Liberty Flames thank Segra for their support. Segra collaborates with companies to offer business-only, carrier-grade connectivity, cybersecurity, voice and cloud solutions tailored to meet their diverse needs. Segra offers these solutions across a fiber network that spans 28 states in the U.S. and is headquartered in Charlotte, North Carolina. They can be reached at Segra.com or 833-GO-SEGRA. Segra, a proud partner of the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
True Flame fans know where to shop to show their pride. Shop LibertyFlames.com. We're your one-stop shop for official Liberty Flames merchandise. Plus, all orders ship free. Go red, white, and blue and visit ShopLibertyFlames.com today. That's ShopLibertyFlames.com. ShopLibertyFlames.com is a proud sponsor of Liberty Athletics. For all your Liberty Flames apparel needs, visit ShopLibertyFlames.com today.
11 West is a proud sponsor of the Liberty Flames. 11 West specializes in apparel screen printing, embroidery, sew-on, and flat printing. From the design phase with their graphics arts team to the finished product, 11 West collaborates with each client to craft custom apparel and promotional products. For more information, visit 11west.com, call 540-639-9319, or stop by their location at 6598 New River Road in Radford. 11 West, outfitting America and logo wear.
Thompson Brooks Insurance has been serving Virginia for over 35 years, helping individuals and businesses with their insurance and investment needs. The team at Thompson Brooks is experienced in understanding Medicare, retirement planning, life insurance, the healthcare marketplace, and group insurance benefits. Call Thompson Brooks Insurance at 434-385-8500. That's 434-385-8500, or visit them online at ThompsonBrooksInsurance.com. Thompson Brooks Insurance, planning today for tomorrow.
Welcome back into Seabury Hall here on the island of Maui, the Maui Classic. The Liberty Lady Flames lose a tough one to Hawaii. The final score 67-58. And we're now joined by head coach Alexa Sherrard. And Coach, I know, wins and losses, that's what it's all about. You want to get a victory. And that's, at the end of the day, that's what you're looking for. But the resilience of your team, down 21, the second unit comes in. They score the last 24 points for you. I know that's not the win. There's no moral victories. But silver lining a little bit in this gray cloud today with the loss?
It's a process. It's a process, and we're learning how to win. And as you said, that second group, they really came in and played hard. We never gave up. We're down 21 in the fourth quarter. For them, I think they may have cut it to 4 or 5. So, but you want your starters, your first group playing well. You can't win one quarter out of 4 quarters and expect to win. Every once in a while, once a blue moon, you have a heroic comeback, but that's rare. You really can't hang your hat on that. So, we just really talked about those first 3 quarters and how we're going to respond on tomorrow. But I know there are a lot of disappointed players in the locker room, and they should be. They should be, because I feel that we didn't play to our best potential. And this great sport of basketball, we have yet another opportunity quickly, less than 24 hours on tomorrow.
And that's it. You don't have a lot of time to lament the loss, but at the same time, you also don't have a lot of time to prepare for another very good basketball team in Oregon State.
Yeah, so, I mean, the positives, just with regards to minutes, our starters were below their average. So we're playing back-to-back. That's going to obviously help us just with regards to recovery. But, yeah, I mean, the clock will turn quickly. Oregon State will be tipping off here before we blink. So I think most important is to get the rest that we need, get hydrated. We've already done a little preparation, subliminal preparation during the course of the week in anticipation of Oregon State. But we got to show up to play. And I think that second group displayed some really, really good energy and grit, and they really didn't give up. We just need our first group to open up the game like that on tomorrow.
Sounds good, Coach. We won't keep you long. I know it's a quick turnaround, and then after the game tomorrow, it's a long trip back home, so a lot's going to happen in the next 36 hours. So we'll let you get as much rest as possible tonight. We'll talk to you before the game tomorrow.
Okay. Thank you, Jamie.
That was head coach Alexa Sherrard here on the Coca-Cola post-game show. We'll get you a couple quick scores because we owe you a Frank Good Builders out-of-town scoreboard. Just tell you what happened around Conference USA on the women's side of things. Florida National beat Youngstown State 78-61. It was Chattanooga over WKU 59-58. SMU beat Sam Houston 73-69. And Gonzaga knocked off Missouri State 68-49. Also earlier today in the college football playoff, Alabama beat Oklahoma to advance on to play Indiana in the next round. Well, that's going to do it for us from here, and we'll wrap things up and tell you that tomorrow, it's not tomorrow, it's today. It's 2:49 on the East Coast, and the game against Oregon is later today. It's just because of the time difference here. In Hawaii, it was a 7:30 start today, and it'll be a 6 o'clock start tomorrow. But if you're listening, and God bless you if you're still with us on the East Coast, if you're still up at this time of night, we're talking about an 11:30 start, a 12:30 a.m. start for this game back in Lynchburg, and then now an 11 p.m. start. So both games in the Eastern time zone in the same calendar day. So we'll be playing some more basketball before Saturday ends for you folks back in Lynchburg, as you've already gotten a head start on it. We'll be celebrating Saturday here in about 2 hours and 10 minutes. Okay, final score. Hawaii beats Liberty 67-58. Until we talk tomorrow, this is Jamie Hall saying so long and God bless.
You've been listening to Liberty Lady Flames basketball and the Coca-Cola postgame locker room report from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services. This game has been brought to you in part by Abish Financial Services, the official financial advisor of Liberty Flames Athletics. Bojangles' famous chicken and biscuits. It's Bo time. Carillion Clinic, inspiring better health. Carter Bank, life lived full. By Coca-Cola, taste the feeling. Crossroads Family Dentistry. Destination Bedford. Centra Health by 11 West. Foster Fuels, providing reliable service for 100 years. Frank Good Builders by Freedom First Credit Union. Start banking for good with Freedom First today. Gentry Lock Attorneys by The Good Feet Store. By Haley's Appliance and Outdoors. Liberty Lady Flames basketball has also been brought to you by Ironclad Coffee Roasters, craft roasted in Richmond, Virginia. Larry's Tire and Auto Repair, providing preventable maintenance, repair, and service at multiple locations and at larrystireservice.com. By the Liberty Bookstore, the official online store of Liberty Athletics. Lynchburg Nissan. By Peary Family Dentistry. Rogers Heating and Cooling, servicing Greater Lynchburg's HVAC and electrical needs. Segra, offering customized business technology solutions. Learn more at segra.com. By the United States Space Force. And by Thompson Brooks Insurance, planning today for tomorrow. The general manager of Van Wagner Sports and Entertainment is Justin Metzger. Liberty Flames Sports Network director is Alan York. Coordinating producers Nick Pierce, Kyle Sykes, and Victoria Carter. I'm staff announcer Jeff Lawrence with a special thanks to Liberty University Athletics Director Ian McCaw, Senior Associate Athletics Director Robert Goodman, and Associate Strategic Director for Athletic Communications Paul Carmody. Also, follow Lady Flames basketball on social media at Liberty WBB on Instagram and X, formerly known as Twitter, and Liberty Women's Basketball on Facebook. Liberty Lady Flames basketball is an exclusive presentation from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services.